Good afternoon and welcome to the 2017 WorkSafe Country Championships match of the day, live from the MCG. It's number 1 league versus number 2, the Geelong and the Mornington Peninsula Football League. Weather conditions absolutely perfect here. There's a zephyr of breeze, but conditions are perfect. The ground, as you can imagine, everyone, is an absolute picture. As we welcome for the first time in the afternoon, it's the RPP's very own Michael Voss. Top of the afternoon, Vossie.
G'day, Tully, and what a beautiful day for football, and what an honour and a privilege this is for us, all of us, to be here doing this. It's just unbelievable, and I hope the listeners can enjoy the broadcast this afternoon, because I know we are. And
to ensure that we've got a completely rounded out commentary this afternoon for everyone listening, wherever you're listening around Victoria this afternoon, AFL Bowens, John Milky, Marnie and Josh Conway. Top of the afternoon to you first, Milky.
How are you, Towie?
Good, mate. I'm fantastic. All the better to have you sitting here next to me.
That's like me every Saturday night. I'm Towie. So, yes.
I'm a bit Towie today, too.
That's it. Yeah, loving this. This is fantastic. It's a great experience for myself. First time at the G, certainly in this position. And Buzz, I'm sure, if you lift your head up and stop riding, you'll work probably the same.
Sorry, Milky. Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon, boys. Just mirror all your thoughts. Wonderful to be here. Awesome.
Yeah, it is. And we've got Lockie Kelly down on the boundary line this afternoon as well to bring us all the action. We can't pick him up just yet. He's on his way down. We had some difficulties, but thanks to Stevie, our producer, we got let into this commentary box way late. It was about 20 past 2, I reckon, and he's pulled us together in inside half an hour. So great work, Steve. He will be the one bringing us live this afternoon. Boys, how was the trip up from Geelong today? I heard there was a couple of stops along the way.
We had a
couple of nervous ones.
Yeah, a couple of the boys from Colac. They've had the longer trip, mate. It's an extra hour from Colac to Geelong, so they've had to call this peace stop. And Chrissy Morland, he couldn't handle it either. He had to have the boy from what was that show he was on?
The Recruit.
The Recruit.
Oh,
he couldn't handle it either, so he had to have a wee.
So
but a bit of a stretch of the legs as well, So
what do we expect from your boys today?
Yeah,
it's a bit of a different looking side, Josh.
It is a bit different. To be honest, it is, I think, a stronger team than the team that beat Eastern last year in the Interleague side. Handy VFL inclusions. There was a lot of doubt during the week whether the Dobson brothers, Sam and Ben, would be released by Essendon and Geelong respectively, and same with Marcus Thompson, who Geelong let go as well on Thursday night. So they're certainly handy inclusions, but doesn't make it any sure thing.
We got Lockie down on the boundary line too. Lock, I'm not sure whether you can hear us. Can you pick us up down there? No, his mic's not working, so that's a problem. So you're probably better off coming up, Lock, and we'll see if we can get that fixed. And
yeah, he's got
hang on,
young legs.
Just stay there. We're going to try and pick you up. But the players gearing up. I reckon the toss might have been won and lost, but it appears that Geelong will be kicking towards the Punt Road end or the Mornington end in this opening
Yeah,
quarter.
we'll call it Mornington. Mornington to the the City end will now be called the Geelong end.
Yes,
Yep.
good. Lock, can you hear us down there? Can working down there yet?
No,
still having some difficulties down there.
His earpiece is working, but his mic's not.
Exactly right.
That's what you like with your son, isn't it?
Yeah.
He can hear you and he doesn't talk back.
Exactly right. Yeah. And we spoke to Jeremy Dyer this morning, for the coach of the Geelong Football League, and just playing his cards very close to his chest this morning, he was.
Yes, he certainly was. I was sitting right beside him when that interview was going on, and it didn't give you a lot. I reckon you got more out of me.
Yeah, no, he didn't give us a lot.
It's really difficult. For whatever reason, I think it probably would fair way apart, the Mornington Peninsula and the Geelong leagues. We don't know a lot about each other. It's from our observation, I reckon you guys seem to be an older squad. You seem to be bigger in the body. A lot of strong-bodied boys. And our guys are a bit younger and possibly a bit quicker.
Yeah, and I guess that's going to be the tale of the day, isn't it? If see if the MPNFL can win the ball inside, and I think that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to see if they could out-muscle Geelong in the contests and try and get the ball out. A couple of big, strong-bodied forwards, and they've got a couple of, inside 50 forwards as well that are really good pressure act players and keep the ball locked inside their zone.
Who have you got coming to the bench?
We've got Nick Corp coming to the bench. We've got Dale Sutton coming to the bench. Scott McLeod. So it's as selected.
Jackson Casey, I see.
Yeah, Jackson Casey's there as well. So as selected. So we've got Nick Corp, Scott McLeod, Dale Sutton, Joel Miller.
Yep,
and Jackson Casey.
We've got Cam Delaney, Matty McMahon, Rob Condy, and
Marcus Thompson.
Marcus Thompson.
Tony Armstrong.
And also, that's Jackson McLaughlin, isn't it? No, that's Marcus Thompson.
No,
I
Marcus
thought it was
Thompson.
5. 5 on the bench?
Yeah, there
or
should
4?
be 5.
Well, it's only
There's
4.
someone already sitting down there, I would have thought, Milky.
Yeah, it is, and it
Okay.
is Tony
It is
Armstrong.
Tony Armstrong,
in the long
okay.
sleeves.
Can see him down there.
Yep.
So we're getting in readiness. Nice to have the time clock up there too. We don't have to turn the stopwatch on. Jeez, we're just blessed with all the
We are
commodities
blessed.
here.
Yeah, how easy is this gig?
It's pretty easy. So the opening bounce of the 2017 number 1 game WorkSafe Championships. Up they go. It's Jones up against Symes. Straight into attack. Ball goes up into the forward line for Geelong. Taken away, trying to work the ball. Ricky Johnson, the skipper. Warwick Miller, left foot kick up towards the wing. And the big ruckman for the MPNFNL takes the first ball to Bongetti. Goes towards half forward. Caught behind Hutchison. Ball spills to the back. Picked up there, couldn't get it. That was Nathan Peoples. His teammates came in to support him now. They got the footy at half-back. Nice give it was. That came from Moreland, the guy from the recruit. Handball over to Jai Thompson. He got himself into a bit of trouble at half-back. Pressure from the MPNFL. Good first up, and the umpires found a free kick.
He's found a free kick going to Chris Moreland. I reckon he's very, very lucky and fitty.
Yeah, it wasn't thrown back to him on the full, Milky.
That's the stupidest rule. You know I hate that, Buzz. That's ridiculous. You throw the footy, you pick the thing up.
Short 50 too.
Yeah, very short 50.
Yep.
So Moreland, centre wing, looking for his options to go forward. Dobson has made a lead. He's ignored him. He's going into the guts of the ground. Oh, Garth tried to use the body, but it's gone around the corner to Close. Close goes towards goal. Got the first one. The GFL hit the scoreboard in 1 minute and 13 seconds.
Bit easy. There's a lot of space in the forward half then for Geelong, using the wide open expanses. Super finish from Simon Close. Not a natural left footer. That's his opposite side. Really neat finish on the snap from about 40 out.
So first blood to Geelong. The last time the MPNFL played Geelong, of course, was down at Skilled Stadium, the old Cardinia Park, and we got touched up. So a lovely start to the boys from Geelong. Up they go again, centre ground. Symes versus Jones. Jones got that one. Ball wrapped up, Jai Thompson. Ball kicked up towards half forward. Scotty McDonald, Shane McDonald it was. Ball spilled over the back. They looked at each other. Nobody really went for the footy. The MPNFL ball spills out. And Geelong now from the defensive 50 zone come out towards the members' wing. Tried to lay the big bump there was Warwick Miller, but they're there in numbers. Geelong taken there by Moreland. Goes for a nice short pass, but it's chopped off. Getting back and taping the mark is Bo Cosson. Plays on immediately across the face of goal. LaFontaine's got it short. Wants something inside defensive 50, gets it. Hallahan. Brother plays at Gold Coast. Kicks the ball out wide. Good play. Warwick Miller's got it outer side of the ground at the MCG. Goes into the sun. Couldn't take the mark. Aaron Edwards, ex-West Coast, ex-Richmond, ex-North, needs some support. He gets it now. Little handball give. Still caught on the wing. Pressure good from the Geelong team. Eventually ends up in the hands of LaFontaine, 70 out.
Covered some ground, LaFontaine, hasn't he? He had a position on half back. I heard a whistle. Play on. He's pumped it into the forward 50. At the back, Campbell Floyd won't make a mistake here. Takes the mark, knocked out late. He'll move back, immediately plays on, goes out to his teammate there in Armstrong. Was asleep on the bench before the game. Really relaxed character. Comes to the direction of the youngster in Jackson McLaughlin. He spills it, goes across to his opponent in O'Hanlon. Goes towards goal. Good mark. Going back to the flight. Is that the big ruckman again? No, that's 16 this time. It's Bongetti. Bongetti? How do you say it?
Bongetti, just like spaghetti.
Spaghetti, Bongetti.
Just go with the Bon, with the Getty in the back.
He's been your leading goal kicker, has he not?
Yeah, he has.
Yep.
He's right up there with he and Aaron Edwards form a very formidable forward half of the ground. Guy Hendry, who's playing today, is another big target for Pine. So Bongetti's a notable goal kicker. We called him in action last week. He kicked 4 straight, left foot up. Usually a beautiful kick at the foot. He started at left and sprayed it.
You've mozzed him.
Did not score. Misses to the left forward pocket.
Oh, he's missed it.
He has
Didn't
altogether.
even score.
So Geelong to bring the ball back into play. We've played 4 minutes in the opening quarter live here at the MCG. Geelong versus the Mornington Peninsula Nepean Football League.
Very nervous kick that one, boys, and 3 inside 50s each of 2 both sides so far.
Kane Learson to bring the ball back into play.
Kane Learson, coach at Colac. Fantastic young kid. Oh, just a mung. But he's found his teammate in Close, who's covered a bit of ground. He's decided to pump it long in towards the captain in Davenport. Davenport feeds it off to Monaghan. Gets it across to Matty McMahon. Goes back to Davenport. Davenport calls his forward to come to me. And that was Garth. Gives it up. Oh, just a shocking little fumble there from Haints. Gets one high, but play on off the shin then of Davenport, who'll bundle it over the line. We'll have a throw in.
Super interesting that, Milky. I was watching the Geelong set up from that kick out from Learson, and Garth and Davenport both sagged out the back, and Mornington were very slow to react. It was obvious what they were trying to do. They were trying to isolate Garth, and that's exactly what happened. Just couldn't get the goal with Haints with the fumble.
Right forward pocket, Geelong into attack. Ricky Johnson trying to do some work down there. Hallahan as well. Tackling good from the forwards of Geelong, locking the ball in. Umpires found a free kick going Mornington's way. And it went to the big fella in Jones. Gave it off immediately. Luke Potts went across. Risky, but found the skipper in Ricky Johnson. Kicking towards the Geelong end is the Geelong Football League. Goes to the outer side of the ground. It was a nice kick. Found LaFontaine. Wants to move it quickly. Goes up the line. McLeod camped under it. No, it's Edwards. Went up. Couldn't take the mark. Probably should have. Was in the best spot. The numbers come in to support McDonald. Sweeping handball out wide. Outer side of the ground. Trying to link up. Goes up forward. Looking there for Guy Hendry. Couldn't take the mark. Needs support. Gets it. 60 metres out. Little short chip. Minchington. Chopped off. Got a second chance though. Mitchington gets it inside 50. Turns around onto his right. Decides to square it up. Edwards. He's going to launch from 50. Goes for home. Pack's going to fly. Who can get it at the back? Who's there? Jones, the big ruckman. Right foot snap. Couldn't get it.
Good work from the big fella.
Through for a behind.
Should have made more of that, boys. That was a real golden opportunity there for the MPNFL.
Learson kicks out. Hits Jacko Sheringham. Former Geelong footballer, goes very, very wide. Gee, having trouble picking that up. That was Dobson. The Mornington player goes towards goal. Which Mornington boy was that? Hutchison. And a minor score.
Got all the tats. He and Edwards look very much the same out on the footy field.
The white boots is what I don't think I've worked out the difference.
So Tony Armstrong to bring the ball back into play. Goes short. It was nice. Found Ben Dobson, who's got the ball. He's about 30 metres further out from goal. It goes across the face. Nice kick. Geelong maintaining possession. Inside defensive 50, outer side of the ground. Goes up the wing. Lots of seagulls here. You can hear them in the background. The ball spills over the back. Kane Learson kicks the ball up towards the half-forward line. Warwick Miller goes back. Couldn't take the mark for the MPNFL. Gave it off, was nice. McDonald sweeping handball. They got some run now, the MPNFL. Look a little better. LaFontaine goes towards 50. Pack fly, couldn't take the mark. Ball spills. Little handball give was nice. Pressure's good. Goes to Minchington. Didn't attack the footy hard enough. Ball spills out. 2-on-1. Geelong with the numbers. Good play there by Floyd. Goes in short. Handball over to Jai Thompson. Another one. They work it out there through Delaney. Defensive 50, little head high. You heard the woof in the background from Milky. Almost took his head right off, but they've worked it out beautifully. Jackson McLaughlin gets it on the right foot and they're out.
Good kick. Out they go. Ball's finished up with Ryan Monahan in the guts of the ground. Goes to the pocket, but he's just picked out this Mornington's defender. Comes out to the commentary side, finds Sutton, takes a mark. Little toe poke to his teammate. Takes a mark right in front of us. With the orange boots, goes down the line. Good mark there to Hendry. Hendry just quickly on the boot, puts it in front of Edwards. What can he do? He can't. Knocks it down to his teammate's advantage in Sutton, who's dragged over the line. We'll have a throw in right on the paint of 50. 8 minutes and 15 seconds gone in this very entertaining first quarter.
It is. Pressure's right on. Both sides have settled right down now. About 49 metres around from the MPNFL goal. Members side of the ground. Kicking towards the punt road end or the Mornington end. We're calling it Big Jones. Left foot snap. He's post. Through for a minor score. So 3 behinds now. The MPNFL. Geelong 1 straight goal. 8.5 minutes gone first term.
Finished up with Armstrong. Armstrong goes to Learson. Learson has it still inside defensive 50. Comes to the outer side. Monahan has had plenty of it in his first quarter. Doesn't let him down. Takes the mark. Goes towards Dobson. Hands up, takes a good clean pair of hands. That's Ben Dobson.
Oh, he's lost the short.
Simon Close, in fact. He's got a good pair. He's done the drop the pants, goes towards Garth over his head, and clears the defender as well in Johnson.
3 really poor kicks going inside 50, Milky. One from Davenport, and then the 2 latest entries, really shallow and low percentage kicks inside 50 for Geelong.
Is Close coming off to fix his shorts?
I think he might need a new draw strap, I reckon, Milky.
So about 30 metres around from Geelong's goal. They lead by 3 points. 9.5 gone opening quarter. Jones did the ruck work, tapped it straight down though. Davenport, right foot snap around the corner. I think he might have missed everything. He has. So the free kick will go down there in the right forward pocket or the right back pocket to the skipper of the MPNFL and Ricky Johnson.
So that was skipper to skipper.
It was. Kid trying to just barrel it over the net there. He's going to struggle though.
Fuming midweek, Milky Jason Davenport, that he's wearing number 1. He only wears jumper numbers with a 4 in them, and was furious when he was told that as captain he was forced to wear number 1 due to the size, and not happy. He's very superstitious, Jason Davenport.
So Ricky Johnson's got the footy. Deep in defence for the MPNFL. They trail by 3 points. Hit to kick a goal. Looking for Jones. Pack fly. He couldn't take the mark. Again, keeping their feet Geelong, but somehow Mornington come out of it through Joel Miller. Goes towards the wing position. Mitchington, he just can't clutch the footy at the moment. Nice spot up there it was from Bongetti. Went out towards McLeod. He couldn't get the run of the footy. Again, Geelong with the numbers, able to work the ball out from half back. But again, a shocking entry kick out of the defensive zone allows Mornington to kill the contest and knock it over the line.
Disposal's been a problem. Seems to be when sides are going to attack, they seem to just cough it up. That's just a lot of pressure from the defenders. Boundary thrown right in front of this commentary position. It's Delaney to do battle. Is that the big
Corp.
fella in Jones? No, that's the relief ruckman in Corp. Comes at a string of handballs. Finish up with Haints. Knocks it clear. It comes back to Dobson. Dobson's going to go on his left. Bombs it into the forward 50. On the bottom of it is a little McLaughlin. Smallest man on the ground. Knocks it clear. Davenport leads. It comes out to Armstrong. What can he do? He wheels, goes... Oh, I thought he almost picked out his opponent there. It's come back to his teammate in Thompson, Jai. The captain of the Premiership captain from last year. Goes with the left. Deep. Davenport's the only man there. I don't reckon anyone got a hand on it. That's a goal.
Poor defence by the MPNFL there. They should have been able to rush that one through.
So a goal to Geelong. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making class beer. That's why they're the sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and a pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington. Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're the sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and a pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington.
Ball comes back to Monahan, has a ping at the goals. Third goal for Geelong. Has he been causing some trouble, Ryan Monahan, the guts of the ground? Buzz?
Yeah, he's been busy. They just won a centre clearance. Geelong was pretty easy exit from out of the middle of the ground. Just a chain of handballs. Once more, a bit sloppy defence. There was no defensive sweeper for Mornington. Allowed Geelong the very easy exit. What I'm trying to spit out. And a really polished finish. Spot on, Milky. The Colac product's been very good.
Have we got you downstairs, Lachlan? No.
Still nothing. 3 straight goals, 18 Geelong. They lead Mornington 3 behinds.
So we're back in the centre of the ground again. Corp, he got the tap out. They're winning the ball at the contest. That's where the MPNFL thought that they could knock him over. And they've been terrible in that area. Cannot stick a tackle. Into attack again, Geelong. Inside 50, Ricky Johnson comes out. Dropped an absolute soda. Ball spills out. Good tackling there from the MPNFL to come in and support. But Geelong are doing everything right at the moment. The MPNFL look a little shell shock. Cannot stick a tackle.
Davenport looks like he's playing deep forward.
Yep. Not surprising, Milky, with midfield depth.
Yep, up they go. That's Delaney that has a swing at that. Ball goes to ground. There's just wrestling on this footy. Delaney tries to drag it out of the pack. Umpire's giving him a bit of time there. No, he's going to ball it up. I thought he might have pinged him the way one of your Mornington boys pointed at him. So it's Corp, is it, to do battle with Delaney? Yes, it is. Up they go. Neither player really wins that one. Ball comes out, up by the hands of Cosson. Comes out, back out to Potts. Left foot down the line it goes. A wrestle here. Luke Delaney gets her hands on it. Comes over the top to Sutton. Dishes out the ball to his mate in Potts again. Goes to Barry. Barry by hand. Loose ball. Bouncing in the front. Hallahan gets a good bounce. He's in the centre of the ground. Decides to take him on. Little chip give. Goes towards Edwards. It's fisted away from him. Good work from the Geelong defender in Condi. And it only finishes up in the hands, though, of Ongarella.
So he switches play to the members' side of the ground. Taken there by Johnson now. We got the give from Casey, but straight down the throat. Aerial ping pong at the moment, straight down the throat of Symes it was, who floated across half back. Floyd out of the centre of the ground. Wasn't a great kick. Geelong with all the numbers though, and guess who? Floyd, who kicked it, then roved it. Kicks it now in the true centre of the position in the MCG. Went inside was Ben Dobson. Pack fly. Garth got his head ripped off. Umpire said no free kick there. Dale Sutton comes in to support. Casey's got himself into trouble. Umpire's found a free kick. Gives him the advantage. Bongetti gave it over to LaFontaine, who goes up the wing. Edwards, can he get himself involved? He decided to stay down. Wasn't a bad effort. Kicks it inside 50 now. Needs to be a good kick. Hendry got it punched away from him. That was by Riley Hall.
He's
the
a
ball
blanket.
goes over the
He's
line
just
out
your
of
blanket.
bounds.
He's your blanket defender, isn't he, Buzz?
Yep. Just both sides, both setting up very similar. They're trying to, in transition, trying to isolate just one key forward and leaving the 50 very open, and then letting all the charges just come into in the 50 once the ball's in there.
Spinning ball, the 218s do battle. Umpire's picked a free kick out of this. It's going Mornington's... No, it's gone Geelong way to Symes. Goes across to Learson, across to Jackson Sheringham. Across to... He mucked that up, did Condi. Loose ball, goes back and repairs his damage to Learson. Davenport gets the ball. He won't miss his target. Finds Delaney in Cameron at half back. He's looking, waiting for someone to break, and it's Davenport who actually gave it to him, who gets it back on centre wing.
So he's got the ball true wing position here at the MCG. 1v2, Geelong versus the MPNFL. We've played 16 minutes. It's the Geelong League by 15 points. And it's Chris Morland who's got the mark on the wing position. Pretty boots too. Had the texters out overnight just to stand out here at the G. Kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line. That's a terrific mark. Was it Sam Dobson?
Spot on.
Yep.
Takes the mark about 49 out.
Landed on his hip.
He's up though. He took it over the tallest player on the field too in Dylan Jones.
Last 7 inside 50s to the Geelong boys, and danger signs here for if you're an MPNFL supporter.
So
Did we have a bet on this game?
No, we didn't.
I think we did. We had a slab.
Did we?
Yeah.
He's gone
He's
at the
gone
16 and
early.
a half minute, mate.
16 and a half gone. Sam Dobson will kick from about 50 and a half. Puts it to the top of the square. Needs a mark. The pack fly at the fall of the footy was McLaughlin. Can he pick it up? He's besieged upon by the MPNFL backman, and the umpire will ball it up.
I think he's a bit proppy, Milky. You mentioned he landed on his hip. He's just on his haunches at the moment. I think he'll be all right. Just a cork tip.
So ball up. Jones just got bundled out of it. Garth with the left foot, I reckon.
Can't do that.
He can't do that exactly. Gave the big heave-ho while the ball was in the air. And Big Dill Jones will take the free kick.
Good. Jones?
Yeah, he's clearly the best man
Oh,
today.
Got done to him.
Smart, Milky. Smart. You told me on the way up you were going to try and Mosnam.
Out of bounds on the full. So there'll be a shot at goal. Can you guys pick up?
Jai Thompson.
And he'll have a shot for goal from about 48.
He's done it all. Premiership skipper. Now he's on the G.
He's already kicked a goal too.
Yep.
So left foot up on the wrong side. Goes to the top of the square. He wants Garth. The MPNFL players just come in and kill it. Goes through for the first blemish on the Geelong scorecard. 3-1-19. Mornington Peninsula 3 behinds. We've played 18 minutes first quarter.
Ball's come out, land in the hands of Jackson Casey. He's got it at half back. Decides to just kick it across the goals to... How do you say that? Cosson?
Bo Cosson.
Bo Cosson. He's got a name like Bo. Who cares what his last name is?
Correct.
He in turn, brings it... Is that the skipper that's got that?
It is.
It is. I thought it was. In the skipper in Johnson. Goes down the line. Luke Delaney over his head. Gets a fist. Learson goes over the boundary and have a throw in. Again, right in front of where your son was. But he's not there anymore.
No, he's on his way up here with a bad microphone. So we got
There it is.
We got absolutely promised that the roving mic was the best thing since sliced bread, and we can't get it working. So
wait.
Boundary throw in, right on the wing position, members side of the ground. Jones held on to, tapped it straight down to his Geelong opponent. Going hard at the footy there was McLeod. Went without it though. Armstrong, cool under pressure, went backwards. Geelong have got the numbers. That's through Learson. Has a bounce on the wing. Got time. Probably didn't have as much time as he thought. Taking the footy there was Luke Potts. He was slow to get rid of it. They need some support. Jones gives it off to Barry. Barry with a munger. Got up there towards McLeod. Joel Miller, left foot kick inside. Couldn't get near it. Bongetti taken there. That was by Peoples. He did it easy in the end. They work it out through Learson, across to Floyd, and they can work it out of trouble again. Out of side, space opens up. Riley Hall on the march.
Riley Hall takes a mark, finds his teammate there in Cameron Delaney. Delaney goes a long bomb into the pocket, looking for Dobson, fisted away from him. Oh, left it behind the Mornington defender. I reckon that was Gill. Sam Gill, was it?
Might have been.
And we'll have a throw in, some 5 metres around.
Just quickly, Milky, the two Colac boys, Learson and Floyd, they're both sagging off their opponent and causing all sort of trouble out of the back half. They're setting Geelong up every time. Learson and Floyd nearly in double figures each, possession-wise.
So the ball comes back into play. Going hard at the footy there was Casey. He's been good since he come on the ground. Little handball give, ends up with Warwick Miller. Just hacks it forward, looking for McDonald, who's hardly seen any of it. And the ball goes over the line. Out of bounds on the full free kick, Geelong. Half forward line. 20 minutes gone. Once again, they can go backwards, this time through Condi, who's got the footy on the outer wing here at the MCG. And it's Geelong 19, Mornington Peninsula 3, goes inside 50 again. Warwick Miller flew from the back. They can work it out. That was a little bit better. Through Jackson Casey, ends up in the hands there of McLeod, onto the wing. This is the man they need the footy in the hands of. That's McDonald, goes short, finds Potts. The skipper at Pines goes in short again, needs Edwards, finds him. Still too far out to score. Half forward. You can hear Bonghetti's name being called out. Goes up towards that player. Couldn't find him. Ball kicked off the ground. Floyd just taps it in front of himself. Great speed. Good work by him. You heard the call. Closer's got it now. Goes inside 50. Wasn't a great kick. McLaughlin couldn't get it. Pressure was good there from Casey. But they're able to keep the ball in. Spills out the back. Little give.
He's in everything, Floyd.
He is everywhere at the moment. Little handball give. McLaughlin eventually over the line, out of bounds.
That was a superb bit of play to keep it to himself, just tapping it in. Looked like for all money that ball was going out. He's had 9 possessions. Floyd, Kane, Learson, 8.
And Monaghan to be the next in line. I reckon the 3 Colac boys.
Yep.
Spinning ball, out of side. Geelong into the ground. Well, I reckon that Jones has won that. If it was Jones, comes out the back. There's a side to share it. Comes out from Ongarello. Into the direction. At the back of the pack is Floyd again. No, I'm sorry, Floyd's ended up with it now. Comes over the top. Matty McMahon misses his head. The Mornington player in Miller gets it. He's got time. Puts it out in front of his teammate. Is that Big Jones?
Yep.
That is. Takes the mark. Goes towards goal. Finds his teammate. And that's Corp, the resting ruckman. Goes bang! Or the backup ruckman gets it first.
Made an absolute sure thing of that after Bonghetti's miss earlier. He didn't take any chances there, but 10 inside 50s in a row for Geelong. First inside 50 for a while for the Sharks, but they managed to get their first goal, and a much needed one, Towie.
Yeah, it was. They certainly did need it. 22 and a half minutes gone, opening quarter, their first one. 1-3-9 to 3-1-19. I reckon they're lucky to be only 10 points down in general play. They just need to tighten up. Their forward defence is pretty ordinary at the moment. Floyd doing as he likes down there. As the ball's back in the middle of the ground, they'd love another one now. Big Jones, he almost threw that out.
He did.
Sutton went hard and it always does. He won possession of it half forward. Shocking scrubber kick. Couldn't get the mark. That was Hendry. Almost got his head knocked off. Umpire call play and he's in trouble here. Got the handball out. McDonald right foot snap. It's going. It's going. It's gone across the face and it's going to go out of bounds left forward pocket.
Just getting a little bit complacent, the Geelong defenders. I'm just noticing that they're trying at every opportunity to try and sag off and read the play. Riley Hall got lucky then with that bad kick going inside 50. He was on the wrong side. Nearly got caught out.
Spinning ball will come in 10 metres from the Mornington goal. Up they go. That was Corp. Went over his head. Tapped back down. Oh, good hard stuff there from Miller. Was he taken high? No, says the umpire. Give it to me. We'll have a ball up. 40 out from the Mornington goal. They trail 1-3-9 to 3-1-19.
So Nick
Edwards,
Corp to do the...
Oh, no, that's Corp.
There's
Sorry.
Corp taken away there. Thompson goes towards the wing position. Looking there for Delaney. Couldn't take the mark. Jeez, he almost went with it. Was Dobson. Ball spills out. Warwick Miller's got the footy. Hands were good through the middle by the MPNFL. Jackson Casey needed to be a good kick. They got the numbers. Ball spills out. Joel Miller somehow found space on the right. Can it bounce for him? No. Goes to the left through for a behind. So 1-4-10. Plays 3-1-19. 24 minutes gone. First quarter.
Armstrong comes out, finds his teammate there in Moreland with the fancy boots, as you've mentioned. There's, what is it, 3 colours there?
Yeah, there is.
Moreland spears the pass, finds Condi. Condi still in the defensive 50, kicks it out, finds Dobson, that's Ben. He's still short of centre wing. Happy to go to Armstrong, who's still in the defensive 50 arc, looking for his options. Shares it around, Moreland's on the end of this one as well. Still haven't reached centre wing, half back at best. Spears a pass into Symes. Teammates at GWS. Symes goes right in the guts of the ground. Really good kick and finds his teammate there in Peoples. What's he doing up there? Peoples with the big raking left, goes towards goal, close to setting himself, gets the hands, crumbs, down to Delaney, goes towards goal. Bang! For the 4th.
That was terrible defence by the MPNFL. They had 3 players fly against 1 Geelong player. There was 2 Geelong players at the fall of the ball, and as easy as you like, right foot snap around the corner, and he could have ran all the way into the open goal if he wanted to.
That's happened 2 or 3 times though, the Peninsula boys going up and the Geelong players just staying down, just not being able to kill the ball or at least take a mark in the contest.
Got to sort it out.
And interesting, the 2 ruckmen for Geelong both staying on the ground at the same time, not going off for any rest.
That's a play. Symes actually wins this one. He's been getting a bit of a touch-up in there. Comes out to Sutton. Sutton puts it into the hot spot. Goes over Timmy Sheringham's head. Goes back to Peoples. In turn goes back to Tim Sheringham. By hand, or goes to Dobson. Dobson back to Matty McMahon. McMahon to the running Symes. Symes puts it out in front of Dobson, but it goes over his head. Almost a good mark to Mornington in Miller. He just wraps it up. The umpire says, give it to me. We'll have a ball up. Half forward for Geelong. They lead 25-10. 26 gone in this first quarter.
So, half forward line, member side of the ground. Geelong into attack. Little handball comes out. Sutton gave it out there towards Potts, who just let it go by. Jackson McLaughlin kicks it inside. We've got Lockie Kelly down on the boundary line. Lock, what's the atmosphere down like there at ground level?
Keep your elbows down, champ. Leave our Geelong boys alone. Heard about you father-son duos.
So ball goes inside 50 again. That's a ripping mark.
Haynes
takes the mark about 20 metres out directly in front. And this to extend the margin.
I'm going out, Buzz. I'm going out. He is a very, very, very good kick for goal.
He is. He's been superb back at his home club, St Joey's, this year on a full-time basis. Spent the last 3 seasons with the Geelong VFL. Superb player. Reliable, said Shot Milky, and watch him miss this.
Yeah, that's it. I've lost him.
So Brent Haynes comes in, gave the umpire a bit of work to do, but as the Geelong boys called it, Milky and Josh straight through the middle. 5-1, 31-1, 4-10, 27.5 gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. I'm going to try. We might call it the voice of interleague.
We're going to your radio.
Country football. We'll go with that. So what have we got? Lachlan on, not on Mike. Back in the middle of the ground. Good work there by Jones, but he couldn't get the clearances out of the middle. Have been outstanding for Geelong. Kicks it up towards the 50-metre line again. Pack flew at the fall of the ball. Good work there. That was by Potts. Jackson Casey now, left foot kick up towards the wing position. Hendry comes out at half forward, wing position. Taken there by McLeod. Little handball to Jones. Goes out there towards Tapscott. Tapscott now goes inside 50. Forwards have got to work hard. Bongetti. Here's Edwards at the fall of the ball. Got hung on to. Bongetti. Edwards fighting over it.
Other.
They're both fighting over it. And Geelong just come in and say thank you very much through Sheringham. Gave a little handball out to Devonport. Back to Sheringham. And
Good
beautifully they work it out through defensive 50.
Devonport right on the hooter. Gets it out of trouble. And at quarter time, it's Geelong 5-1-31. They leave Mornington 1-4-10. 6 scoring shots to 5, interestingly. And that quarter went for 28.5 minutes.
You're listening to RPP FM, the voice of country football. So what's Lockie on down there? Because we're getting heaps of interference from He was only coming through in mono, I reckon, not stereo, because I can only hear him in one earpiece.
They can have that other side. Lucky for us, we'll make it over there. I can straight to school. Straight at it. You got that one.
Winning the ball out of the middle also would help Mornington. They're showing they're dominating the hit-outs, 11-4 in the first quarter, but that didn't really relay to the centre clearances. And yeah, as I mentioned during the call, the two Colac boys, Campbell Floyd and Kane Learson, had a lot of footy. They were setting up Geelong through half-back. Tim Sheringham getting involved a bit more as well through the back half. Campbell Floyd had 10 touches in that first quarter. Other notable possession getters, Jason Davenport had 6.
Buzz, have you pinched Kirsch's stat sheet, have you?
I have. No, I just thought I'd make myself
few.
useful.
Yeah.
And Tim Sheringham, another one with 6 as well. So a bit just using the space a bit of Geelong at the moment, I thought. Anyway, Michael.
Yeah, look, early on, obviously, Geelong sort of got a couple of goals on the board, and the MPNFL just really lacking that final kick inside 50, I thought. And when you're playing at this sort of level, then you've got to make the most of your opportunities. Geelong 5 out of 6, the MPNFL 1 out of 5, and John Hines would be absolutely spewing that last bit of play down there in the goal square. Edwards and Bongetti down there had the chance to kick the goal. One Shepherd, one pick up the ball, kick it through, seconds to go. All of a sudden, 2 on the board, doesn't look as bad. But look, the Sharks not out of it at all. But got to make more of their opportunities at this stage.
Bossy, it's over.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Milky, later on.
Yeah.
If we happen to be in front late in the last quarter, I'm going to say we've had a Johnny Walker blue bottle on it. There you go.
If we get in front in the last quarter, that's how I bet, Bossy. You can't be copying me. Wait till the horse goes past the post and say I was on that.
Just boys, just quickly, the inside 50s. Geelong 17-11 in that quarter. It was Geelong's, the MPNFL were up 6-5, and then Geelong had something like 11 in a row, and then the MPNFL sort of getting a few late inside 50s there, and they're in front in the centre clearances as well. The MPNFL a couple more tackles, but really it was a lot of missed tackles. I think you called it there earlier, Towie. A lot of missed tackles, especially by the MPNFL, but they did have a couple more in that quarter. But plenty of work to do if you're an MPNFL supporter. Don't get disheartened, Mornington Peninsula.
Lockie Kelly down there at ground level. Lockie, what was the conversations had in those huddles at quarter time? No, he hasn't
nothing.
He hasn't got me down there.
I'm always a bit of a fan to have a look. Keep going, Lockie. If you want to jump in, just jump in. No, he's put his hand down.
Yeah, but I think John Hines is addressing the players now.
So there's been Geelong 5-1 and 1 out of the full. That's 7 shots a goal. Mornington out in the full. So it's only 1 scoring shot the difference, but Geelong just made the most of their opportunities.
I think their entries have been a lot cleaner too, haven't they, Geelong's?
Yeah.
Been pretty scrappy going forward. I mean, I think 3 of those behinds for Mornington have all been rushed, or balls that have just been bombed in and dribbled through for a behind. So I don't think they've gone in with as much purpose as what Geelong did in that first quarter.
It's a very adaptable, as you know, Milky, very adaptable forward line for Geelong. If Jared Garth, dare I say, was probably statless in that quarter, but it didn't really hurt their cause because they have guys who can a lot of players who can roll through the forward line. Close kicked the first of the game. He was and did some very nice things going forward as well. Cam Delaney can float forward when he's not playing. As a backup ruckman, he can also go back. Sam Dobson, Ben Dobson, they can both go forward and through the middle of the ground. Jason Davenport is a luxury to play through half forward. Brant Haints we saw as well.
Yep.
So it's and Jackson McLaughlin playing almost a deep line forward as the smallest player on the ground as well.
Yep. Garth played. Hang on, here we go.
Lockie, can you pick us up down there?
Where's Lockie?
What were the words at quarter time?
No, not working. Dad's getting angry. Just with Garth. You mentioned Garth. He's played in this competition. We got Lockie.
Afternoon, gents.
There we go.
Yep, good. We got you loud and clear, Lock. What was the message from John Hines at quarter time?
He really wasn't happy with the midfield. I mean, it was quite obvious that Geelong was spreading a lot quicker out of the contest. So yeah, he's really unhappy with that and wants us to spread and work harder defensively. Also not happy with the forward entries. I mean, we've been quite under pressure, or Mornington have been quite under pressure in that quarter, and we're just bombing it in. And obviously, Geelong's the calibre of players they've got down there, they're just running it out a lot easy. So they've sent LaFontaine down there for a run with roll on Floyd, and just gone with one less tall. They weren't happy with the 3 talls.
So the Geelong Footy League have gone straight into attack. Sam Dobson came screaming out and took a really strong mark in front of Warwick Miller. Goes in short. That's a lovely kick. Went over the head though. Ball spills to the front level. Geelong got the numbers. Ball comes back again. Dobson too far out. Puts it to the top of the square. Wants a mark. Ricky Johnson
Good mark.
Floats back and takes it. Left foot. Outer side of the ground. Minchington needs to get into the contest. That was a nice mark. Hopefully that gives him some confidence this afternoon. He's been fumbly. Goes out wide. Edwards makes front position. Ball went under his legs and it goes over the line out of bounds.
Are they
For you,
little...
lads.
Sorry?
Just a quick one for you.
Yep.
From all reports, I've got a few mates out in the crowd here. Brenton Credlin, who was supposedly called up to the Richmond VFL, is in the crowd sinking beers.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Wish I was with him.
Wonderful.
Wish I was with him as Jones wins another tap. Gets it out, goes to the man. You keep putting all the pressure on McDonald. McDonald goes forward entry, clears the pack over the top. But good work there by Riley Hall. But it's pinched off him, going towards goals. Is that LaFontaine?
It is.
I reckon he's got it.
So the move worked immediately. Lockie Kelly brought us the message at quarter time that John Hines put him down there defensively on Floyd and he was able to expose him, Josh.
Yeah, and as Lockie said, first time Campbell Floyd goes near it, he's wrapped up in a very strong tackle, taken the ground, ball spills free, his direct opponent kicks the goal. That's the perfect message if you send out a directive to put some time into a play. That is the perfect thing to get inside Campbell Floyd's head.
And an absolute must, that first goal for the MPNFL there. Had Geelong got it, it's going to be a long road back in this instance, but first goal gives them confidence.
And Michael Voss, happy birthday for today too, Sunshine.
Thank you very much, Towie.
As the ball's taken there by Cole Hutchison. Mornington Peninsula into attack again. Left handball was nice. Worked his way back into trouble. Dylan Jones gets it. Handball out to Hallahan. Another one there to old Joel Miller. Goes to McDonald. He's every chance from here. Shane unloads from 30. Tries to bring it back. Missed it.
He'd love to have that one back. He's usually deadly on those.
He is.
James Hallahan running off the half-back flank 2, boys. Costin to the wing, Hallahan to half-back, so provides some beautiful usage and run off half-back for Mornington Peninsula.
Good to have you on board, Lockie.
About time we heard from you. Learson told to play on. Ball clears the pack. Over the top. Oh, Davenport happy to see it over the boundary line. Well, I'm not that sure he was that happy, but it was forced over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in. Not far away from Lockie. Almost smell the liniment down there.
Yeah, I reckon I'm a chance here, lads.
Ball comes back into play. Jones gets front position. Geez, he tapped it to the open spaces. Couldn't pick it up there. It was Haints. He kicked a lovely goal after a nice mark in the opening quarter for Geelong. Hutchison, the umpire's plucked out a free kick. It's going to Geelong.
Interesting.
Picked a throw from behind him.
Yep, not sure about it.
No, me neither.
No one's standing to mark either, so we can get some valuable meterage here, Geelong. Little handball came out there. Monaghan gave it there to Davenport. Kick under pressure. They need to get the footy out here. The MPNFL well rubbed up. Their Geelong forwards, the pressure to keep the ball locked in their forward half of the ground has been a treat so far in this game.
Good tackle there from Longarello. Davenport was out otherwise. So up we go here. Nominated Ruckman. Another stupid rule.
What a great rule that was.
Yeah. Free paid advantage to Potts, I reckon that was, has come out of the guts. Over to Tapscott. Tapscott Gives it to the running. Hallahan pops it in the forward 50. McDonald bounces onto it. Round the body he goes. Bang! And misses.
He had LaFontaine running into an open goal then. All he needed to do was handball it over.
Not sure he needed to improve the angle either.
Yeah.
So the ball was kicked in. Edwards well spoiled. The ball's just hanging in though. Floyd's got it, tries to sold some candy, which he succeeded in doing. Ball goes up towards the wing position. Bo Cosson, who's been moved onto the wing, kicked it inside 50 now. Oh, Edwards almost with the 1 met. Couldn't get it. Got some players on the outside. Left foot kick, shot at goal. Has he got it? I reckon he has, and I reckon that's Cole Hutchison.
Yep.
The Frankston YCW star, former league medal winner, and 2 in a row. And your bottle of Johnny Walker Blue all of a sudden has some life to it, Vossi.
Very much so.
I'm not sure you can come in that late with a bet like that, Vossi, can you?
I can do whatever I want, Milky. It's my birthday.
Yeah, and Vossi, guess what? You'll learn real quick I don't pay. Nah, for your birthday you might get something.
I learned something about you, though, Milky. I'm tipping you love to have a chat.
Oh, I do like a chat, mate. Yeah, I do like a chat.
I guess you're in real estate, Milky.
No, funnily enough, I'm turning it down. I'm supposed to start on Monday as the ball goes up in the guts. Oh, big jump there, Symes. Might have got a hand on that one for the... Jones has had the honours. I reckon he's hurt, Jones.
He's in big trouble down there, Jones.
Free kick going to Matty McMahon.
It's Hutchison.
I think he's just winded. Just a knee right through the midriff.
Matty McMahon in the guts. Goes out to that player in Symes, the ruckman. Goes to Monahan. Went a bit quiet after a really good start in that first quarter. He's 60 out. Pops it wide. Oh, good fist away there on that occasion by Barry.
Is that the most frustrating thing in football from a defender? If they can get 2 fists on the footy cleanly, why don't they just stick out the jigs and extend them?
Yet if it goes off the side of his boot and rolls over the boundary line, it's deliberate. Why isn't that deliberate? And 2 bloody fists in the middle of it.
Not a great option either. 3-on-1 and kicking to Jacko McLaughlin, smallest player on the ground when you had all the deep forwards on the goal mouth.
So a fair bit of instructions going out there now, the MPNFL. They got their way back into the contest in the opening 5 minutes of this second quarter. They trailed 31 to 10 at quarter time. It's now 31 to 24, back to 7 points.
Interesting, Riley Hall, the spare Milky. They've manned Campbell Floyd up, McDonald on him now.
So the ball goes up towards the wing position. The MPNFL into attack, goes over the top, tried to go with it. LaFontaine, he was dragged over the line and out of bounds. So back to the boundary umpire. True wing position, outer side of the ground here at the MCG.
14 points Mornington have scored this quarter. Geelong yet to score in this second quarter. Ball comes in on the outer side. Up they go, the 2-18s. Ball at ground level. McDonald and Sheringham do battle, but the ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have another throw in. 6.5, and it's been all Mornington in this second quarter.
How the boundaries working down there, Lockie? Plenty of interchanges?
Yeah, lots going on. Runner and runner, swap and rolls. There's plenty of messages coming from all 16 coaches.
Have you got any spuds for runners? Because we have Simon McCormack. Fair dinkum, he's got his own mirror as he runs out. There he is, look at him. Runs like a girl.
Watching himself run.
Yeah. There's a ball in the pocket. To the top of the square, Garth. Fisted away from him. Moreland, can he pick it up? Goes around the body. Up and under. Goes towards the big ones. I reckon he's got it.
Geez, that's a goal and a half.
Oof. Good work there from Moreland. Garth had a hand in that one though, Buzz.
Yep, he was out wrestled, which isn't usually his domain. He's usually the one doing the out wrestling, but Moreland was in the right place, right time. Difficult kick, that's harder than it looks, hooking it right over on the left boot.
Look at the train station here. Woof, woof, woof. We're right above the interchange. I reckon there was 10 blokes got changed then.
Was lucky to kick that there, Moreland. He had some runners. From all reports, he's quite a selfish unit, so he was lucky to spot that.
Yeah. You don't get on the, what was it called, that stupid show, The Recruit, and be selfish.
Wouldn't say that to his face, though.
Yeah.
Ball back in the middle of the ground again. Spills out. Came there towards McLeod. Left foot kick. Minchington needs to hit the pack hard. Didn't. No. Decided to run past it. Miller, he was in there for the MPNFL as well. Tackling a lot better now. Good tackling also from Geelong, and as a result, a rewarding free kick.
Was that Tapscott that got pinged?
So they got the ball at halfback. We'll pick that up. Ball swings out wide. Dobson's got it. Goes inside 50. Garth had his jumper held on to. Umpire let him go. Ricky Johnson trying to get into the contest. Casey ran past his opponent. McLaughlin, right foot kick inside. Needed to mark the MPNFL and got it there through Hallahan, who will clear from inside defensive 50.
Hallahan's been really good for you, I reckon. Takes the mark. Goes to the little man. Goes to McDonald. Does he hang on to it? He doesn't. As Sheringham wraps him up in the tackle. Trying to crash his way through is the League medalist, am I right?
Hutchison.
I reckon. Gives the ball to the umpire and he says, we'll have a ball up in the middle of the ground.
He might have been
Jolie
with the-
Miller.
That was Joel Miller.
Joel Miller.
So in the centre of the ground here at the MCG, 1 versus 2. Geelong versus the MPNFL. Geelong lead 37-24. 9 minutes gone.
Oh!
Ball spills out the
Screw
back.
that.
The umpire's found
Yeah,
a
he
free
caught him.
kick. Advantage paid. Bo Cosson gave it off. Kick inside 50 now. He's in the right spot here. Bongetti, can he take it? No. Great defensive
defence.
work there. That was from Luke Delaney, I think. And the ball got
Absolutely.
forced over the line and through for a behind. He looked like he had to sit then, Bongetti.
Absolutely.
Did brilliantly. I don't think he actually touched the ball in the end, Tully, but it was just the inferred pressure that the body he put on.
Yep. Riley Hall in the square, going to the outer side as you do. We'll kick it as far away from us as you can so we can't see it. There's a contest. Comes out from Haints to Condi. Goes to McLaughlin. Gets one high. Umpire, did he see it? Yes, he did. Paid advance. No, he hasn't. He's gone back to him. So McLaughlin, I think he's the shortest boy out there. Goes to Jackson Sheringham. He's taken it at half back.
Great haircut.
No, that's just all falling out. Goes to Matty McMahon.
Power donut.
His
Like
brother,
I said,
his brother.
great
Have a, look at
haircut.
have a look at his brother, Tim. Nice head of black hair. Poor old Jacko. She's just all gone. Matty McMahon goes wide to the outer side. Finds Condi. Condi is outer wing. As far away from us, I think, as you nearly get on this ground. He goes back to Jackson Sheringham. Takes the mark. Slowing it up here. Trying to control the footy, the Geelong side. It might have been what Simon McCormack was out there for 20 minutes for. Up! Oh, close! What a beauty! Plays on. Immediately puts it in the path of Garth, but he fumbles it. The captain in Johnson sees it over the boundary line, and when you
Look at this
take
for
a
a
mark
grab.
like that, look at this for a grab.
Boy.
Let himself down there, Milky.
Yep.
Like, it was a poor kick. It was a great mark and should have made more of the inside 50 there.
Totally agree.
Right forward pocket for Geelong. 37 plays, 25. 2 goals the difference. 10.5 gone. Second quarter. Ball spills over the back. It was close. He couldn't get it though. Taken there by Dale Sutton. Runs to defensive 50. Kicks it to the wing. Edwards with a couple to beat.
Oh,
They got the
they're
numbers
out.
here. LaFontaine takes the ball. Got it from about 60. Goes to the top of the square. Can it work back again? A wasted opportunity for the MPNFL.
McDonald had to get on his bike then. When LaFontaine picked up that ball, McDonald had to run into the space to try and take the link-up kick.
Didn't do
Yeah,
it.
they all
Armstrong
called left from the bench.
So the ball goes out there towards the
coughed it
outer
up.
side of the ground. They did cough it up. Taking the mark was McLeod for the MPNFL. Half forward, too far out to score. Sends the ball inside 50. Be looking for Edwards. Nobody flew. Mitchington at the full. Gets a little handball out. Well attacked footy there. That was by Haints. Ball spills out in the back. Umpire said no. Umpire said yes. Free kick will go down there to Joel Miller. And he'll have a shot for goal from about 45 metres out.
What sort of a kick is he? What sort of legs he got, this
Yeah,
boy?
he's a very good footballer, very talented footballer. So I'm not going to say that he's definitely
Don't
going to
put
kick
the
it
Aussie on
though.
him.
No, will not
You
do.
just said he's a certainty, didn't you, Toey?
No, did
yeah,
not.
you did, I'm sure
I
of
said
it.
he's a very talented footballer.
Or was it Vossi? Did you say he's a certainty, Vossi?
I'll tell you one thing he did cop the other night. He copped one in the nose the other night at training. He was bleeding profusely. I can't even say it.
Profusely?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he was bleeding a lot the other night.
So this to shorten the margin, Miller. He kicks it
Oh,
across the
Ricky.
face.
No.
Jeez, they've had every opportunity. 3 goals, 9.
Kick 2 behinds
Now
now.
27 to 6-1, 37, 12 scoring shots to 7, but it's Geelong by 10 points, 12 and a
Oh,
half
he's kicked a
gone.
point. He's kicked you guys a point. That was McLaughlin, wasn't it?
Is that deliberate?
Marcus Thompson.
Is
No,
that
Marcus
deliberate?
Thompson. Marcus
he was
Thompson.
going for just miskicked. He went going back to Armstrong.
Marcus Thompson kicked to behind for you guys. Rushed.
Lachlan Kelly getting pushed around down there by Channel 9 as the ball comes in. Oh, he almost coughed it up. They've got the numbers here though. Geelong, little left foot grubber, went towards Haynes in the middle of the ground. He'll get it now. He left it. Gives it back there to Dobson. He's under pressure. Mornington tackling becoming a little better. They work it out all right now through Armstrong. Centre of the ground goes towards 50. Going back, Miller. Got a big knee in the back. It was fair though. Ricky Johnson forced to the ground.
Good tackle.
Plenty of numbers on top of him. And eventually the umpire will come in and bounce. 50 metres out from Geelong's goal, kicking towards the Mornington Peninsula end or the Punt Road end here at the MCG.
Good tackle there from Haints as the ball's in dispute. Delaney wins a tap, comes out to McLaughlin, back to Armstrong, by hand to Sheringham. Tim goes into the pocket, looking for Davenport. Got one high, and the free kick paid.
That was soft.
Didn't like that, Vossi.
That was soft, Milky. Very, very soft.
Knew what he was doing, Jason.
Yes.
Davenport.
No,
it was a bit
Yep.
lax from that was,
It was,
Sam
yeah.
Gill.
Yes.
Yeah, Gill
got
had
him
the
high.
left arm around the throat. That's the beauty
Oh,
of the replay
Davenport
here.
gives it to his
Oh, that's
teammate
nearly
there in
52.
Dobson.
I'll say how I thought that was soft, because I reckon I've seen a lot worse not paid than that. It's the consistency, boys.
That was ordinary
Did you-
defence
yeah,
by the Mornington
just-
Peninsula then to let Ben Dobson just chip in and take a mark.
And
Yeah,
Sutton-
very sloppy that.
and
I mean,
Sutton
there was
just
like
polished his
filling
ear bowl.
holes, and yeah, they've got to open their eyes to that Mornington. It's happened a couple of times, even with the link-up handball. They've got that one player just floating around, just poor vision.
So it's Dobson
Yep.
in Benjamin. He comes in. He's about 35 metres out. Very deliberate goal umpire.
Making the most of their opportunity.
Absolutely making the most. Really good kicking for goal here from the Geelong side.
7-1-43, leading Mornington 3-10-28. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. Who kicked that? 5, 4, 3, 2. So we're back in the middle of the ground here, live at the MCG. Geelong Football League, 7-1-43, leading Mornington 3 goals, 10-28. 15 minutes gone. Clearing kick from Tim Sheringham. Goes up towards half forward. Davenport couldn't take the mark. Here they are. The spill went to Moreland, went backwards again. Good work by Geelong, just working it around. Moreland gets it back again. Hits it to the top of the square. Almost fell over. There was Gill. Ball spills over the back. Sutton's got some work to do for the Mornington Peninsula. Good pressure on him, though. And they work the ball to the boundary line. Simon Close.
It's a huge win by Close.
It was.
Absolutely.
4-on-1. Just did enough to create the contest. Got it into touch. Allows another repeat inside 50.
Just got a message to find it. Is your boundary rider on the phone? Well, unfortunately he is. As the ball comes in, good hit by Dobson, but he's hit it to no one. It's picked up here by Casey. He gets hands across to his teammate there. Goes wide. 1-on-1 here. Oh, good work by Rob Condy. Condy, an experienced interleague player, goes to centre half forward. 2-on-1, and a good mark taken by James Hallahan. I reckon he's been really good down back.
Yeah, he has. He's a short player. Comes out towards the
2-on-1
members'
here.
wing. McDonald's got the ball. All he's got to do is try and lock it up because they've got the numbers here. Shane McDonald gets around now to his right foot. Bongetti leaves him with some work to do. Hendry got a big heave-ho in the back. Umpire said not there. Armstrong mopped it up. Goes to the outer side of the ground. Condy, little short chip. Looking for the skipper in Davenport. Finds him half forward.
Nothing on deep, Milky.
No, blocked him. The ball pushed back, haven't they? So Davenport takes his time. Another little chip kick. Finds his teammate in Thompson. That's Marcus. One of the 4 sets of brothers playing for Geelong. Marcus Thompson decides to just pump it into the arc. Closes the target. Oh, big leap. At ground levels, McLaughlin, the little fella, goes towards goal. Hits a post.
Again, 3 Mornington Peninsula players picking themselves up off the deck because 4 of them flew. And 3 Geelong players, their opponents, were sitting at ground level waiting for the crumb. So they've got to get that right, the MPNFL, as the ball gets brought into play. It's Warwick Miller who's got it. Members side of the ground, goes in short. Nice kick it was. Finds his teammate in Luke Tapscott, former Melbourne player, of course. He's got the ball on the wing position. Defensive 50. Goes in short. Needed to be a good kick, and it was to his Sorrento teammate in Hallahan. So,
Condy, Peoples and Sheringham all loose, so it's 3 spares down back for Geelong.
So Hallahan goes long up towards the wing position. Edwards couldn't get into it. There it again. Condy was able just to shrug the tackle. Sheringham now for Geelong goes up to a player standing there on his own. Comes out to Monahan. Kicks to the top of the square. There's Close on his own. It's either a mark or a goal. Take your pick. And Geelong are going to kick another one.
Yeah, is it you're better off marking them than...
And the ball sat in the air for a long time. He couldn't be sure where he was at that point. So Close.
No, that's not true. Every forward knows exactly where they are.
So Close kicks his second goal for the afternoon and becomes the first multiple goal kicker on the ground this afternoon as Geelong move on to 8 goals, 250. Mornington 3-10-28. It's back out to 22 points. 19 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Interesting that they look more dangerous with a mobile mobile forward line. I reckon Geelong, they look at their most dangerous when Close is playing as the deepest lying forward, is when he's allowed to run jump at the footy. Garth off the ground at the moment, so Close has been forced to play as the deep forward and just looks a bit more structured down there.
2-6 to 3-1 in this quarter. That's Geelong's way, but just poor kicking from Mornington as the ball has been balled up in the middle, and we'll go through it all again as Stack's on there. Well, umpire says we'll go through all of that again. Throws it up in the circle. Reaching over the top there was Symes. Oh, the Geelong player in there was that Sheringham, the joint captain in Tim Sheringham.
It's very well tackled.
Yep.
So we're smack back in the middle here at the MCG. Geelong 50, Mornington 28, 22 points the difference, 20 minutes gone. Another tackle. The umpire letting it go, allowing the players to try and force the ball out of the congestion.
Ben Dobson tackled Hutchison as the ball was coming to him. He just wrapped him up as the ball was coming to him.
So plenty of players around the footy, caught back on the ground, won the tap, straight down to Geelong though. And they go into attack again, goes towards half forward again. Plenty of players flew. Byron Barry this time is able to come out with the footy. Hallahan's got it now on the wing position here at the G. Goes long, looking there for Corb, couldn't find him. Ball spills over the back. LaFontaine grabbed it, thought about going inside. Then he thought he'd have a little crack at the goals and again missed it. And a bit of arguing down there between the MPNFL players as well in terms of where he should have kicked it. But Geelong bring it back into play and Ben Dobson's got the footy.
Been really good.
Yep, Dobson's been really good. So Floyd now gets the old 1-2. Goes into the pocket. Oh, it's a grubber to Riley Hall, but he manages to keep it in. He goes down the wing, but it's all Mornington. And going back and taking a good solid mark in defence is Miller. Miller squares it up, goes into the guts of the ground, looking for Big Jones. Blaze on immediately. Umpire blew the whistle there, but he must have called advantage or something because they kept going. And he said, anyway, it's all ended up with me, and we will have a ball up.
So
Mornington just can't seem to find that sort of take a big mark for him at the moment. Delaney's got the course and Bonghetti's measure at the moment, so they're going to have to find someone to take that big grab.
Left foot kick by Kyle Hutchison, goes inside 50. Aaron Edwards, he's got a couple to beat. He's not going to do it as Floyd just sweeps around the back. Been terrific with his pace and use today. Got plenty of time. Little handball over the top was nice. They're able to work the ball out of defensive 50 again. Geelong with ease. Come out wide. Looking there for Symes. He got a big heave-ho in the back. And the umpire gave the free kick and the advantage. Not sure it was there.
Is that it again?
He tried to square it up, but it didn't work. As Davenport takes a bounce, then got grabbed, then he shook it off, runs towards half forward. Jeezy ran a long way, kicks the ball inside. Jackson McLaughlin takes the mark. Good play, Geelong.
He had Close free in the pocket for an eternity.
Yep. Really good composure from Davenport. A lesser player probably would have nearly taken a bounce as he tackled, which of course, as we know, is a free kick. So really good composure, beautifully weighted kick too to Jacko McLaughlin.
Depends on who's umpiring whether it's a free kick or not, because I can't work them out. I don't know how you blokes go, but they're the weirdest bunch of human beings on God's earth, those umpires.
So Jackson McLaughlin hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon. Starts it right, hopes to bend it back. He's kicked one now.
Gives it to his boys.
Gives it a little finger point too to the crowd. 9-2, 56 to 3-11, 29. It's opened out again. 22 points the difference. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football.
They're all the school mates.
Are they? All right. That was good.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So we're back in the middle. And it's the two 18s to do battle again. Ball comes loose. Dobson, can he pick it up? But at ground level, ball comes out to Mornington, but it's a loose ball back to Monaghan. It's been really good in the centre of the ground. Puts it out in front of Learson, who's gone forward. Tries to keep the ball in front of him. At ground level, his opponent wraps up the footy. I reckon that's Casey at the bottom of that. And free kick. No, ball up again.
Learson not as productive this quarter, Josh.
No, very quiet. Just the one disposal and being thrown from half back to half forward.
So the ball in the only pocket of the sun, still here at the MCG. And we're right smack bang in the middle of it now. Half forward line, outer side of the ground here at the G. And the umpire will come in and ball up again. A lot of stoppages in this quarter. Geelong lead, 9-2, 56. Mornington, 3-11, 29. 23 and a half gone. Ball spills out. The left foot kick came from Potts up towards the wing
good,
position.
Davenport.
Davenport's been great again. Takes the mark on the wing position, outer side. And this is where they've been good, Geelong. Just holding up the footy, waiting for something to present itself. And they do it again now. Garth flies. Couldn't get the footy. Ongarello needs to work. Sutton with the outside of the boot. That was good because it ends up in the hands of LaFontaine. Goes out wide. Not sure how many Edwards has had today. He's been warmed by a glove by Marcus Thompson. Ball goes backwards. Coughed it up there was Riley. Picks it up. Handball backwards. Condi's got it. Got some support on the inside. Thought about going further on the inside. The tackling's got to be better from the Mornington Peninsula League. They've been ordinary in that department. And Jay Thompson will take the free kick.
Solid tackle there. Ties him up and the ball goes the other way. Thompson goes into the hot spot. Almost takes it to Delaney. Ball goes to ground. Wrestle on. Umpire's going to ball it up. 45 out from the Geelong goal. They lead 9-2-56 to 3:11:29 at the 24.5-minute mark of this second quarter.
Just quickly, boys, Ricky Johnson's rolled his ankle in the marking contest. He's jogging off as we speak, so it'll be interesting to see how he is.
Haints, right foot snap at goal for Geelong. Missed everything, out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will go down there to Ongarello, who back into the point post. Kicks it in short. Potts, he hasn't had a lot of it today either. Luke Potts goes in short. Needs to be a good one. It was. Minchington, little handball back into Potts. So 2 in a minute. Kicks it towards McDonald. He has to go. Was a shocking directed kick though, and Riley Hall takes the mark. Uncontested. Switches to the members' side. Luke Delaney's got it. He's got Condi if he wants to go there. He decides to do it now. Another little short pass. Wasn't great there from Condi. Made his teammate work a little hard. That's Dobson. He's got plenty of time though. Just gets around Gill with ease. Kicks it inside. Potts.
Mark that.
And holds it. You heard it. Ben Dobson was kicked off the ground and it went straight back to him so they can reset in the centre of the ground.
Well, he's lucky enough to cleared Monahan's hands, but he gets the second opportunity, gives a free kick away. The free kick going to Tapscott. Tapscott at half back. Looking around to see who he can give it to.
Talk about soft earlier, Vossi.
Here we go.
It's an arm tap.
Not sure you're allowed to tackle when the ball's 30 metres away, Josh.
Finishes up with McDonald. This is what I like, a bit of parochialism. McDonald's got it at half
Well, we're
forward.
getting pants at the moment, Milky. I've got to have a crack.
into the forward 50. Here's a big chance at ground level. Gee, he's been good, Rob Condi. Gives it across to Haints. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Nothing doing there, surely, umpire. And we'll have a ball up. 20 out from the Mornington goal. They trail 3-11-20. Sorry, mate.
That's when Mornington have been really struggling, haven't they? They don't have that big target to take the mark. Bongetti's being well held by Delaney, and Aaron Edwards isn't getting a run of the footy.
So the ball spills down, and once again they're able to work the ball out. Floyd, Condi, you've heard all those names. Haints is down there as well. He's kicked a goal, and he just defended the footy. So they work the ball out again. Geelong needed to be a good kick, and it was. Found his teammate in McMahon.
It was Davenport who gave it to him. He's everywhere.
Yep, 11 touches so far, Milky.
Matty McMahon, one of the real tough men of the Geelong Footy League. Just loves being the bottom of the pack. He's found Davenport. No, sorry, not Davenport. He's found Delaney. Delaney peels it off to Thompson in Marcus. Marcus goes down the line, looking for Delaney again. That is the Cameron variety. Picked up by Davenport to Jackson Sheringham. Turns on the afterburners. Goes into the hot spot, looks for the little fella, but going back and taking the mark is Big Jones.
So he gave it out to Potts. Wing position, outer side of the ground. Went one way, went the other. Put Miller under the pump, but he's good enough to take the mark. They're just lacking that run that Geelong have got at the moment. Mornington Peninsula trying to provide something now is Ongarello. Got the ball long way from the defensive zone. Kicks it out towards Edwards. Couldn't take the mark. He's hurt himself. Ball spills down. Again, Floyd's got plenty of time. Sat it on the head of his teammate. But he was good enough to take the mark, and they just hold the footy up as is it Aaron Edwards down there, Locke?
Luke Tapscott.
Tapscott.
I think he's just got one in the midriff, ribs by the looks of things.
Stanley Jules, I'm tipping.
Stayed down for a long time.
We might catch a replay if we're lucky.
Trust me, Milky, a tennis ball in the orchestra hurts. Trust. Yeah. So anything more than that will absolutely kill.
So we're waiting on that.
Just quickly, Vossi, inside 50s this quarter. Just interested to see it was a big differential in the first.
15-11 in favour of Geelong.
Jogging off now, boys. He looks absolutely cooked. So clearly the second ruckman is really getting to him.
So the ball goes to the members' side of the ground. They've done this well, Geelong, just switching. So it's Marcus Thompson who's got it, goes in short to Davenport. Wasn't a great kick. Needs to be good here, O'Hanlon. We haven't seen much of him. His kick was shocking. Kicked it straight over the head there of his teammate in McDonald. But again, they've been sure by foot, Geelong, taking risks, and they're coming off, and Hall's got the footy in the last line of defence.
He's in the goal square. Decides to bring it to the commentary side of the ground. Looking for Delaney, but a good mark by Big Jones. He's nearly been your best, I reckon, the big fella.
Got to know when to punch Delaney. The kick goes inside. Beautiful. There it is to McLeod. Needs to kick the goal and does for the MPNFL. 4 goals, 11-35. Geelong 9-2, 56. It's back to 21 points the difference. 29 minutes gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. So a much needed goal there for Mornington Peninsula. 4-11-35 to 9-2, 56. So they go into attack again, the MPNFL. They'd love another one before half-time. Pack flew, nobody could take the mark. Armstrong down at full of the ball, couldn't pick it up. Cosson now needs some support. Hutchison, bad below his knees, taken there. Little short chip was nice, found McLeod. Umpire said didn't go the required distance. Trying to work his way out there was Dobson. Needs some support. Siren goes. And at half-time, 29, and there's a bit of how do you do too off the footy at the break. And interleague footy, they'll love this. They will love
get
this.
Into it.
Jeez,
Jackson Sheringham's copped a nice couple of ones from
Kyle
Hutchinson.
Yes.
So that's Bongetti, the Pines boy started it, lads. He's got to be careful here.
We saw Bongo do this a couple of weeks ago, Toey.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, his brother Tim's remonstrated.
Walk onto the ground. Why not? You're allowed on. Get in there.
Yeah, just throw a couple, look.
Chrissy Morland.
Oh, here we go, Morland, the big hero.
Oh, doesn't like Morland.
So there's a bit of how do you do off the footy. It's what we like to see. The Battle of the Bays it is this afternoon, and at half-time it's Geelong who are doing it nicely. 9 goals, 2-56. Lead Mornington 4-11-35. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. Lucky! Ah, it's all right. Yeah, exactly. I texted him. How long have we got? Seconds. We usually have a break, to be honest. But and I'm happy to do that. Yeah. Just want to do a quick wrap and then we'll have a little bit of a break and stretch the legs.
Hang on a minute. Megan Gale?
Yes. Yep. I did that interview myself.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
In the boudoir.
So we just in that quarter, the quarter time score was Geelong 5-1-31, Mornington 1-4-10. So in that quarter, Mornington kicked 3 goals 7 to Geelong's 4 goals 1.
And where in the first quarter I said that they a couple of those points were rushed or scrappy behinds. Certainly in the first 10 minutes of that second quarter, they had every opportunity to convert and miss some easy ones. Shane McDonald missed a couple open goal. LaFontaine missed an easy one as well. So a couple went begging there.
Each side has had a rush behind. Each side has had one out in the full, but it's so it's 16 scoring shots to Mornington to 12 to Geelong.
And all single goal kickers for Geelong except for Simon Close, who has a couple. So Really good spread, Josh,
got,
for
bud?
Geelong Footy League.
Yeah. I actually thought Mornington probably had more of the run of play in that quarter. If anything, I thought their setup behind the ball was drastically improved. Their pressure around the footy as well didn't allow Geelong as much space. But the cool heads down back really came to the fore. That they put some time into Campbell Floyd. And just only had the 3 possessions in that quarter. McDonald probably got the better of him. But then Marcus Thompson was allowed to play loose, which is suits Geelong down to the ground. Then when he was manned up, Rob Condy managed to get loose.
Really
He had 4 touches in the first quarter, finished at half-time with 12. Jason Davenport was busy at half-4 with 12 possessions. Jai Thompson was busy. He had 10 in that quarter. Floyd still the leading possession getter on the ground for Geelong with 14, closely followed by Jackson Sheringham with 11.
And that was the thing that really stood out for me, whilst Mornington Peninsula put some time in it during the first break to try and nullify Floyd and a couple of other players that were providing an enormous drive out of the back half. Other Geelong players were able to step up and take that void. So a really good team effort for Geelong in that first half. They lead. We're going to go to a break and we'll be back with the second half action here after we speak to Lockie Kelly on the boundary line. Lock, you've got some news for us down there?
Yeah, just quickly, lads. I've just been told by an MPNFL official that one of the Mornington boys were yellow carded in that little tiff before going off at half time. So I'm heading down now to find out as quick as I can.
Good on you. Thanks, Lockie Kelly down on the ground level there. So it's good to have him on board. Great to have AFL Barwon guys on board as well. John Milky Marnie and Josh Conway. Been sensational today. Michael Voss celebrating his birthday. We're live here at the MCG and it's Geelong 9-2-56. Leading Mornington 4-11-35. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. Until we come back on the ground, mate. 10 usually. Yeah. Thanks, bud.
footy if there wasn't a hiccup. Yeah. Buzz? Oh, you missed it. You met it one-on-one. Oh, you could run in there. Oh, yeah.
And welcome back to the RPP match of the day. It is the Country Championships thanks to WorkSafe, and it's Geelong who leads at half-time. 9 goals, 2-56 to Mornington, 4 goals, 11-35. There was a little bit of a fracas at the half-time siren. Lockie Kelly's been down in the rooms during the half-time break. Lock, what did you find out? No, found out nothing because he's not online yet. So he'll bring us some information. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6. So one of these is off.
Yeah, who is that? That's Hendry. I reckon that might be Guy. No, Bongetti. Mongetti's the one that's coming off the ground, so I reckon he is taking a spell. So there's 6 players, so they're going to have a spare. Is Geelong.
It makes it even harder when you're 21 points down, but the MPNFL have just got to wake up. It's a great ground to be playing on and all that, but they've just got to wake up and use the ball a bit better. Geelong are just absolutely killing the MPNFL in terms of their use of the ball at this stage of the game.
5 forwards, looks like Riley Hall's going to be spared.
No, that's Delaney, spare.
So we're starting play in the second half. What can Mornington Peninsula do in this second hour? It was won there by Geelong. They've been great. Hates it was. No, there's a free kick down there and it's been plucked out. Dobson's got it centre of the ground here at the MCG. So Mornington needs to kick the first, but Geelong go into attack inside 50. Geez, that was a lovely leap. That was from close. He's already kicked a couple of goals this afternoon. Ball trapped inside. Mornington Peninsula defence trying to work the ball out. Reckon we might need the lights on here soon too, boys. It's getting a bit dark down there.
Getting a bit chilly too, boys.
They'll turn them on for the Cats and the Bombers, but I'm not sure whether they'll care about us that much. The ball comes up as Jones eludes him. Delaney, he's wrapped up in a tackle by Gill. Loose ball comes out. Oh, if he'd have taken that with him, the Mornington boy. Bit of a quick hands there by Gill again. Out to his mate. Gill again. Out to Potts. Potts goes down the line. Fisted away from Riley Hall. Ball at ground level. Picked off now by Riley Hall. Gives it to Condi. Through the keyhole. It ends up with Monaghan. Goes to Dobson. Dobson spears one into the Cameron Delaney at centre half forward. He's got one wide. He's got one short. It picks up McLaughlin. McLaughlin goes round the body. Only goes 5 metres. Bouncing ball. Picked off here at ground level. That's Haints, but it's some relief. No, it's no relief. It's trying to crash his way through. Is McLaughlin bouncing ball holding, and a free kick to Mornington.
Yeah, and the free kick will be taken down there by Ongarello. Last line of defence. Mornington desperately need the first goal. They trail by 21 points. So Ongarello goes in short, looking for and finding Tapscott. So Tapscott hurt himself in that second quarter. Seems to be okay now. Back to Ongarello. One player short in this third quarter for 15 minutes. Tim Bongetti, we believe, is the man. Lockie Kelly down the boundary line. Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, Bongetti will miss the first 15 minutes of this quarter, lads. And Mornington Peninsula League going with a small forward just to insert some pace to keep up with that one extra defender.
So Lockie Kelly on the boundary line there as Geelong's defence just work it out once again. Sweeping handball. Goes there towards Symes in the middle of the ground. He coughed it up. Potts needs to be good. Hutchison, another one to Minchington. Just a big toe poke. Goes towards the goal. Hall, he's got McDonald to beat. Did it nicely. Turned him inside out, in fact. Sweeping handball. Put him under pressure. McDonald robbed him. McDonald robbed him. The pressure was terrific. And they draw first blood in the third quarter. Mornington 5-11-41. Geelong 9-2-56. Vintage McDonald.
That was absolutely awesome there, and they did everything they could to try and stuff that up the MPNFL, but in the end, Shane McDonald, that was just absolutely brilliant.
Just went through the almost through the legs of Delaney, and but as you can see on the replay, it's Riley Hall handballs it across to Delaney at his bootlacers, and then coughs it up, and McDonald kicks a goal back in the guts. Up we go. Jones wins it, knocks it down to Jai Thompson. Goes across to Matty McMahon, who puts it out in front of Cameron Delaney, who takes the mark. 70 out. What can he do? He just goes with the little short kick, and he finds Rob Condi inside the forward 50, probably for the first time for the day, I would have thought, Buzz.
Yep.
He in turn spears one and finds Davenport in the pocket. Davenport is now 35 out on a really tight angle, but he's put the ball down, and he's having a bit of a look at him here, the skipper, joint skipper. I saw his mate in Tim Sheringham swinging a few punches before half time.
Yeah.
And in he comes. Jason Davenport. Oh, he's hooked it, I reckon. If he scored it all, he's put it out in the full. That is his second out in the full.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with the needle, lads. He thought that went to the points, I think.
Okay.
So he's got the mouthgate just hanging out of the gob at the minute. Jeez, it's taken a long while for this ball to come back. The net's providing all sorts of problems down there. There's Luke Potts from the Pines Football Club will bring the ball back into play. Just gains a valuable metre. Kicks it towards half-back. Needs a mark. Geelong with the numbers. McMahon gave it off, little kick inside, pressure's on for the Mornington Peninsula defence, went off the ground, probably should have picked it up. Byron Barry needs support, got it. Miller looked one way, forced to go outer side of the ground, just hacks it up in the air. Jones couldn't take the mark, spills down, little give was nice, ends up with Byron Barry, goes up towards half forward. McDonald, what can he do here? Any more magic for him? Punched over the line there by Marcus Thompson, good defence. And at half forward, outer side of the ground, Mornington 41, Geelong 56, 5 minutes gone.
Just both sides going away from their big main targets, Jared Garth and Aaron Edwards respectively. McDonald playing very deep for Mornington and Simon Close at deepest line forward for Geelong.
So Jones brings the ball back into play. Well tackled there was Symes. Probably should have been rewarded. Little give. Miss Sutton going hard at the footy again. Joel Miller, pickpocketed he was. Luke Potts been prominent early in this third quarter. Big heave-ho was Shane McDonald. He got pushed out of the contest by Marcus Thompson. There was no need because Delaney was going to take an uncontested mark. And McDonald, an opportunity to kick his second for the term.
I think McDonald made sure the umpire saw it.
I'm not sure there was that much in it. It was a little touch.
It was definitely there, but he made sure the umpire saw it. But Shane McDonald's been good this quarter early, boys, and you just need to do a little bit more in that first half. A couple of opportunities, but this to put his second goal on the board for the quarter, Toey. And I tell you what, the Sharks are back here.
Lockie, was he spoken to at half-time?
Yeah, he was. Gav had a little chat to him. Just wasn't taking his opportunities. They weren't happy with the smarts of the football we had down there. And again, missing another opportunity. So
Vossi put the Mozzer on him. Said
1-3.
Mornington Peninsula were back on here, and 5-12-42. 17 scoring shots to 11 as Armstrong's got the ball. Defensive 50.
Telling the man on the mark, he's telling Minchington to get back. Armstrong has it in the back pocket. Looking for some options short, decides to go long in the Cameron Delaney direction. Doesn't take the mark. Chopping the arms, I think that is the decision. And Fitty.
Yeah, that was a bit silly.
Free kick against, was that Miller that was the event? McLeod.
Just hung onto the footy too long, didn't give it back.
So it's Delaney, another short 50.
Yeah, I'm not sure they got the measuring tape out this
Delaney
morning.
goes to Matty McMahon, puts him under all sorts of pressure, but he's... did he pay the mark of the free there? I'm not quite sure. Mark. Just got one in the back after he marked it. Matty McMahon still in the centre square. Goes to Armstrong, who started all of this. Still looking to give it off. Davenport provides a lead. Puts it over his head. Bouncing ball. Delaney. Cameron, can he get it? Comes out the back to McLaughlin. What can he do? Applies the tackle. Umpire says, you got him high. And the free kick goes to Hutchison.
Not sure about that, but Gill, who hasn't had a lot of the footy at all today, it was a really good spoil on him. And it was Condi, I think, who did it. It was. So 70 metres around, members' side of the ground. Some Mornington Peninsula players haven't seen a lot of it today.
Still only 14 points the margin though, mate.
It is. Ball comes back into play. Dylan Jones gets front position. Symes won it in the end. Ball spills. Got the numbers here. Went backwards, they did. That was to McMahon. Likes something he sees inside 50. Little handball comes out, or was it a throw? It was a throw. Great tackle. Defensive pressure from Geelong again. Outstanding.
Dobson.
And Thompson will have a shot for goal from 45 directly in front.
Yes, this is a... Oops.
Clip to the ribs. I chatted to him at half time. He's just little wind. And Ricky Johnson just rolled his ankle. He's had it re-strapped and he's back ready to go.
Sam Dobson comes in almost directly in front. He'll kick from 45. Distance shouldn't be a problem. Has he got a little bit of a hook on that? He has, and it's a minus score.
He kicked it, mate.
Hey.
It's a goal.
I thought I could have sworn that went the other side of the post.
Yeah, your eyes going.
Swung back.
Sam Dobson gets a much-needed goal. So it's a goal for goal. One straight to Geelong and 1-1 to Mornington this quarter.
Yeah, so it's back out to a 20-point margin, and that's the difference at the moment. Geelong taking those opportunities in the Mornington Peninsula are not doing it at the moment. 17 scoring shots to 12 in favour of Mornington, and at the 9-minute mark, it's back out to 20.
6 more minutes, boys, with one player less to the MPNFL, so they've just got to try and hold on here for the next few minutes.
So Jones couldn't win the tap. Good tackle there by Miller, surely holding the ball. The umpire let it go. He had plenty of prior opportunity, and eventually he's wrapped up, and the umpire will throw the ball up again in the middle of the ground here at the MCG. Geelong 62, Mornington Peninsula 42. Mornington Peninsula kicking towards the punt road end as Hutchison wins it. Little handball out. Came there towards Gill. Kicks it up towards half forward. There's Delaney, the loose man. There's a free kick. It's going to the Mornington Peninsula again. Aaron Edwards has got it at half forward. What can he do? Screaming out for the footy. Was running down the wing was Bo Cosson. It's Ricky Johnson who's got it. No, it's not. Left foot kick goes to the top of the square. They need a mark. Punched away. That contest was well and truly killed. And it goes over the line and through for a minor score. And Geelong straight playing on straight away. And it comes to Matty McMahon.
The two Newtown teammates, but it's been coughed up. It comes out to Cosson. Cosson goes towards goal, but it's Peoples. Nathan Peoples, North Shore, goes into the hot spot. Floyd, nearly his first touch of this quarter, I reckon, Buzz.
Yep, spot on, Milky.
Goes, finds his teammate there in McLaughlin. McLaughlin right on the painted defensive 50. Kicks it out towards Rob Condy. Condy marks it. He's got one coming off the bench in Jai Thompson. He's got plenty of room, plenty of time. Spears it into Monaghan. Goes, or it's fisted away from him. A good spoil. Oh, very unlucky. Very unlucky.
That's not a free kick.
Nah, wouldn't have thought so. So it's Monaghan. He in turn tries to spot up his teammates. Garth, it's fisted away from him. McLaughlin tries the old don't argue. He gets put down and it's picked up by Potts. Goes into the centre square. Monaghan with the flight. Oh, almost takes a beauty, but it's picked up by Dobson off the side of the boot. Tim Sheringham, the co-captain, picks it up, dishes off. Armstrong gets a footy, gives it over to Luke Delaney. Delaney spins, turns into the forward 50. At the back, his brother, who doesn't let him down. And that's Cameron.
Yep, he's been lively since he's been switched forward. Milky hasn't played much in the ruck at all through that second quarter or at all in this third. He's taken 5 marks from the 50 and inside for the second quarter onwards. So he's been pretty dangerous when he's been thrown down there.
Guy Hendry just didn't fly then. He needed to make more of that contest. So as Mornington Peninsula kicked the first goal of the quarter, Geelong have responded. This will bring it out to 26 points. Delaney has a shot for goal, straight over the umpire's head. He's got it. 11 goals, 268. Mornington 5, 13, 43. 12 minutes gone, third quarter. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. Got all the answers at the moment, Geelong. 68 plays 43, 25 points, the difference. Ball back in the centre of the ground.
True first blood, Toppy, but as the ball's knocked down, McMahon, she loves it in close, gets it across to Marcus Thompson. Ball goes over the top on McLaughlin's head. He fights his teammate for it in Dobson. In turn, gives him the handball. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Dobson again across to Davenport. Gets around one, gets around two, goes around the body. I reckon he's got it. Goal passer, yeah. Jason Davenport's first goal. He's had 2 out in the full before that.
Yep. 9 goal kicks, Geelong. That's been the difference. They've been able to share it around. They've had players pop up all afternoon. 12 goals, 274. Mornington 5, 13, 43. 2 minutes to go before Bongetti comes back on the ground. And they need to go small now, the MPNFL.
Yep. And Geelong have responded, Toey. They had Luke Delaney playing as a spare, but he's more of a key back. They've taken him off the ground. Kane Learson, a smaller player, replacing him.
This is where they're getting hurt. They wanted to win on the inside, and they're not. And they're giving away silly free kicks now. The Mornington Peninsula as well, and the beneficiary is Jai Thompson. In the centre of the ground, got his head ripped off.
6 hit outs to 3 in this quarter, Toey.
Yeah.
What did I call you before? Toppy. What the hell was that about? Toe punt. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Try to spit it all out in one word.
Yeah, that was interesting.
No
top on. There's no top on that, so that was an ambitious call from you, Milky.
Yeah, ball comes out wide, marked by Condy. Condy's got one loose in Learson if he wants to go wide, but I reckon he's going to go straight down the guts, look for Dobson. Gets his hands up, it doesn't take the mark, clears them all and goes out of bounds. 35 around from the Geelong goal. 12-2, 74 to 5-13, 43, 14 gone. Geelong have kicked 3 straight in this quarter, and Mornington opened up with the first goal and they've managed 1 goal, 2.
Just highlights that miss from McDonald before all of a sudden he kicks that goal. Obviously he missed. Geelong have kicked 3 since then and they're just more accurate in front of goal.
So Delaney pulled his opponent off the footy. Hutchison got his head ripped off. The umpire did see that one. Ends up in the middle of the ground. Little show pony there. Comes to Sutton. Sutton needs to give it off. Gave it off now. Another sweeping handball. Finds LaFontaine on the outside. This is where they've been falling down. This time was a bit better. And Shane McDonald takes the mark this time. A little handball off. Flying shot at goal.
He likes it.
That was a good goal there by Tapscott. They needed that one, the MPNFL. 6 goals, 13.49, and a bit of crowd noise as well supporting that one to Geelong 12-2-74, and they hang in there.
They do, and Luke Tapscott should know about this ground because he played at Melbourne, of course, and that was about much better. And now all of a sudden, Lockie, have they got the extra man back on the MPNFL?
Yeah, Bongetti straight back on now, lads. Just adds that another key target, though, in that quick transition play. I mean, they did well to get through it there, but gives them an option to quickly move it down.
So Corp in the middle of the ground now, and it's Dylan Jones who's come on as the ball comes. A little sweeping handball out the back was nice to Hallahan. Went towards half forward. Can they get a couple in a row? The holding up the defence, though, nicely there. As Moreland kicks it to the members' side. They got the numbers out here. Need to talk. Did it nicely. Monahan gave it off to Floyd, who's been excellent today. Goes up towards half forward, 2-on-1. Henry needed to kill the contest. Did. Umpire gave a free kick. Paid the advantage inside. Ball spills to the back. Right foot snap around the corner was nice.
Dobson again.
And it was Dobson who dobbed it from about 30 metres out. Right foot snap and Geelong answer again. 80-49, 16 gone third quarter.
Straight through Garth's hands there, Buzz.
Yeah, his hands haven't been great today, Milky, compared to someone like Cam Delaney, who's been very sticky again. Created a fantastic contest at half forward just before that goal. Got the free kick for a chop of the arms. It nearly paid the mark as well. But love a finish from Dobson. He's been terrific. Both the Dobsons actually today have been very busy and playing very well.
Every time the MPNFL musters something, Geelong have just got all the answers at the moment.
They have. Stolen in the ruck there by Dylan Jones. Tried to clear a path for himself. Thought about a handball. Went for the barrel. Goes up towards inside 50. Dale Sutton needed to put his head over the footy. Ball spills out. What can McDonald do? Gives a little handball off. Miller got his head ripped off. Umpire said, "You duck, sunshine." No. He's going to get the free kick and he'll have a shot for goal from 48 metres out.
Bit unlucky there, Moreland. He did go to ground, but the hands went high. And he'll take the free kick.
What's his range like, boys?
Yeah, what's he like? Is he...
This will be on the edge of it, boys. He'll need every bit of it from here.
So he's going to kick from 48. And the Geelong defenders have all gone back. In fact, I reckon that's Symes that's in the goal square.
Reckon he's got a bit of blood around the nose too, like Thursday night, boys.
Yes. In he comes.
He likes
it's gone
it.
over their head, and it's the goal. Back-to-back goals.
They needed that one, and they're back in the contest again. They won't go away, just as it looked like Geelong were going to put the MPNFL to the sword. They've been able to respond. And 13 goals to 80 to Mornington. 7-13-55, 17 and a half gone third quarter.
It was Miller, the goal kicker, was it not? Yep.
It was. Just laid down in the tackle there, and Moreland went a little high.
Vital 7 or 8 minutes coming up here, boys. If the MPNFL are to be any chance, this margin has got to be no further out than what it is now. Maybe even a little bit bridge closer.
Symes gets up high, then McMahon goes off the ground, but it lands in the hands of Byron Barry, who dishes off the handball, finishes up with Hutchison. Ball down the line. Oh, good mark to Edwards, right in front of the commentary box here. Edwards spears one. Oh, just goes straight. Floyd chops it off. Condi's there. What can he do? He gets wrapped up by his opponent there in O'Hanlon. And the umpire says, "Give it to me, boys. We'll have a ball up." Yeah, very important. The margin now, 25 points. And it's the next goal is a 12-pointer, I reckon.
It is. Half forward for the MPNFL. Jackson Casey. Good tackling pressure there from Ryan Monahan. And the ball back in the umpire's hands. Done a good job today, the umps. We haven't had to mention them too much. That's always an indication that things are going okay. Good play by Jones. Jackson Casey needed to kick it, needed to get rid of it. Bit slow with the footy. Taken there by O'Hanlon to Potts. Inside 50 now. Bongetti sets himself. Got a little bit of a push. Edwards is in trouble here. Can he clear a path? Gave it to Minchington. Got one in the back. Umpire said it was there every day of the week.
Yep.
And Paul Minchington will have a shot for goal from about 30 directly in front.
Interesting, Jackson Sheringham playing. I noticed in the second half of that second term, he was playing as almost a defensive small back when he's usually an out-and-out midfielder, as we know.
Yep.
But Minchington's taking him deep, and I think that's a matchup Mornington will like.
So Paul Minchington hasn't kicked a goal, but he's a notable goal kicker for YCW. Fist pumped as soon as the ball left the boot. 19 points the difference, 20 gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. So the MPNFL have kicked the last 3 and they're back in it, just as Geelong looked like they were going to blow them away. 13 goals to 80, Mornington 8-13, 61, Lockie Kelly. They're up and about on the interchange, are they?
Yeah, attitude certainly changed, boys. They were dropping shoulders and their body language was pretty poor, but starting to get up and about. Rotations are starting to flow a lot quicker, and they're starting to look up and about.
Dale Sutton pushed off the footy. Floyd been terrific. Terrible kick, though. Gives Mornington Peninsula a chance. Inside Minchington. Great tackle. Wrapped up. No free kick there, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball back up. Intensity's lifted in this game, boys.
Yeah. Certainly has.
Just need to consolidate here, Geelong, from their perspective. I think they just need to make it a bit of a scrappy affair for 5 minutes or so, just get themselves back on terms.
Ball goes up, Symes wins it, knocks it down. Monaghan tries to get through heavy traffic. He's dispossessed. Tapscott, he's dispossessed as well. Finishes up with McLaughlin. McLaughlin tries to send Geelong into attack. Dobson can't take the mark. Close, gets it back to Dobson. Dobson's got one. Just mungs it off the ground to Garth for his first possession, I reckon, just about. Goes towards goal. Would have loved to have kicked that.
Geez, that was good by Dobson. That little dribble kick just off the ground opened things up. And Garth probably should have made more of that. Tough pocket, though, here at the MCG. As the MPNFL bring the ball back in, needs to be a good kick. It was, but the marking attempt wasn't great. They got the numbers, though. Taken there by O'Hanlon. On the opposite foot, big push in the back. The umpire said fair enough. Not sure he should have got away with that one. He didn't, in fact. The free kick was there. And all right to use body pressure, but I'm not sure you're allowed to hip and shoulder in a marking contest like that.
Leading possession getter on the ground.
Condy.
Now Rob Condy, 17.
Tim Sheringham takes a good stretch mark. I keep saying it, Buzz. He's the best mark for his size overhead.
Yep.
Tim Sheringham. The old head wobble. Here we go. Go that way. Here I come.
It's his 6th interleague appearance, Milky.
Yep. Decides to switch it. Comes back out away from goal towards Floyd. Floyd goes to Learson, the Colac teammates. Then goes back to Luke Delaney. Delaney's in the centre of the ground. Goes to Riley Hall. Still trying to set something up here, Geelong. Just bombs it in now. Bottom of the pack is Sheringham, but a good mark taken by the big fellow in Jones.
And he goes to Ongarello. Needs to be a good kick. He's got McDonald. He'll try and take a few on. Does so and succeeded. Jones needs support. Gave it to Miller on the run now.
Looking good here.
It is, as Jackson Casey gets himself into a bit of trouble. They need some support. Gets it now. That's through Tapscott. This kick's important. Up there towards Hutchison. Floyd's with him. Floyd's got the leg speed. Hutchison, what can he do? Carell tried to.
Good play.
Good play it was indeed, Milky, as Riley Hall's got the foot. He goes in short and Borland's got it with the pretty boots.
Hard to believe Campbell Floyd's only 19 years of age.
It is, mate.
Milky won the medal last year in this very game.
And he's certainly putting his hand up again.
He's got composure beyond his years.
He has. Ball's hit in the back pocket with Luke Delaney. Delaney decides to just go to the outer wing looking for Dobson. Just clears his opponent. He puts one hand up and wrapped up the tackle.
Toey?
Yeah.
He's done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Hasn't attacked the footy how he needed to.
So the ball's at half forward for the MPNFL. 23 and a half gone, third quarter, 20 points the difference in favour of Geelong, the title holders. Left foot kick up towards the wing position, numbers under it, Dobson. He put both arms up, he's been terrific today, booted a couple of goals and the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
This goes back to them, they all hear what you got to say.
I know.
That's why no one talks to me, mate. I'll drink in the pub by myself.
Correct, me too.
Jackson Sheringham now on McDonald. They're struggling with that McDonald matchup.
Yes.
Boys, he's causing them all sorts of trouble down forward, so they've gone with a midfielder on him.
The 218s go at it again. This time picked up Mornington into attack again. McDonald, the man you're just talking about, at ground level, dishes off the handball. Was that to Edwards, who goes deep into the pocket? A free kick there, surely. No! I thought there's a free kick there, and the look-away handball over the top of the head. Ball goes, just a kick from Corp.
Umpire was right there on
Yeah,
that one too.
I think you got pinched one, robbed one there, boys. Condi again in the back pocket, Buzz.
Yep.
So Condi's got the footy, wants to come out to the members' side of the ground, does so now. Edwards goes back with the flight of the ball. Good play there by Ongarello. Killed the contest. The ball goes over the line and maintains the ball in the forward half of the ground for the MPNFL. They trail by 20 points. 8 goals, 13, 61. Geelong 13-3, 81. 25 gone as the umpire prepares to bring the ball back into play.
In they go. Jones again, knocks it down, bypassed one of his teammates, finishes up with McLeod, or threw a boot at it, did Potts. Perhaps throw both hands at it next time, son. And the player there wrapped up in the tackle.
No room to be cute now, Milky.
Get your hands on it.
You mentioned Rob Condi just before, Milky. 19 touches, leading possession getter for Geelong on the ground.
So Jones in the ruck. Geelong not too sure who is in the ruck, but it's Symes with a clear punch. Potts goes to ground. Probably should have kept his feet. Could get pinged here. Ben Dobson all over him. Good work there by McMahon. Just shrugged a couple off, and they're out through the skipper. Davenport's got it. Has a bounce. They're gaining on him, but he just put on the afterburners and set sail. The skipper nails it. Great goal by the captain.
What a bit of confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Had to look over his shoulder. You can't catch me.
Looked like he was going backwards for a minute.
If you're an MPNFL supporter, that absolutely hurts. Sustained pressure for a while. Geelong get out once and they kick a fantastic goal. Truth be honest, it was a really, really good goal.
Fourth Geelong player to kick his second goal this afternoon. Jason Davenport, the skipper from North Shore. He just looked over his shoulder at Bo Cosson and said, "Is that all you got, sunshine?" As I've got a little bit more in the tank, and off he went and just nailed it from 40. It was terrific play.
Superb play. Jason Davenport is probably
He loves his stuff.
head and shoulders best player in the competition, and just showing his class
he loves
there.
his stuff. This is his grand final. Up they go. Symes wins it, knocks it down. Tim Sheringham picks it up, gives it over to Matic McMahon, who's been really important in the middle of the ground. Gets it across to Dobson, who takes the mark. I reckon that's Ben. Ben, just a little chip to Armstrong, who was your early tip to get best on ground, Buzz, because he was asleep on the bench in the change room.
He's let me down.
Yeah, he goes McMahon.
Meditating, gentlemen.
Yes, that's what they are.
No, he was genuinely asleep.
He was asleep. Matty McMahon has it right in front of the commentary box, right in front of your son, Lockie. He just puts it up with a bit of hope. Oh, good. Just absolutely killed it there. Is that the skipper? No, it wasn't. It was Ongarello.
He's been there, done that, Josh. That's the reason why. Just this old MCG thing. I'm not sure what the big build-up is.
Yep.
So it's locked in Geelong's forward half of the ground. They've answered every challenge so far this afternoon. They lead by 26. 27 minutes gone. Good work by Potts, who rove that footy. Minchington attacked the footy hard. That's what they've got to see. Minchington gets himself just handballs into space, hoping LaFontaine can run onto it. Armstrong, good work. Well supported by Peoples.
To him.
Went to Floyd. What can he do? He's been so clean this afternoon. Just watched a couple of Moynes Peninsula players run by him.
Yeah, he just copped a nice little elbow. Lockie would have had a good view of that.
Yeah, cop one square to the ribs, boys. He's stuck it in the big one.
So boundary throwing right in front of our commentary position here on RPPFM. The voice of country footy, sharked up towards half forward.
Oh, good
Great
grab.
mark. It was indeed by Ben Dobson, who's been terrific along with his brother this afternoon. Just calls a forward now. Smothered off the boot, Byron Barry. That was good work by him. They've just got all the answers, though. Wheeling around on the right was McLaughlin. Sends it to the top of the square, looking for a mark. Ball spills over the back. Right forward pocket for Geelong. Rolls over and out of bounds.
He's got better as the game's gone on, Buzz, McLaughlin.
Yep. Yeah, had a scratchy opening.
Yep.
Jacko McLaughlin, but youngest player on the field. He's done some good things. He's pretty clean for a youngster.
Not his greatest game, Byron Barry, Tally, today.
No. There's been a few MPNFL players that would like to have their time over again. There's a flying shot out at goal. Goes out of bounds on the full, so the MPNFL will take a free kick. But you're only as good as the opposition allows you to be. And today, Geelong have had all of the answers.
So it's Potts goes to cross the goals, kicks it to his teammate there in Hallahan. I reckon he hasn't been too bad. Ball lines up with Learson, right on the paint of 50, into the pocket. Has he taken the mark? I don't reckon he has, young little McLaughlin. And we'll have a ball in. 20 out. 20 around, I'm sorry, from the Geelong goal. They lead 14-3 to 8-13.
Kicking towards the Geelong end in this quarter is the Geelong Football League. Taken there out of the middle there was Bongetti, who's now finding himself in the ruck. There's a stalemate, and the umpire will come in and bounce again. 25 metres out from Geelong's goal. They lead by 26 points, 87 to 61. Almost 30 minutes played as the ball hits the deck. Potts gets a little one in the back there by Close. The umpire said not much in that. Give it to me, and we'll have another crack. Still 25 metres out directly in front.
29-40 ticking over. Up the Garth goes, knocks it down.
Ooh.
Oh, danger, danger, danger. The umpire wants to make a name for himself, but no. Moreland keeps it in play. Gets it by hand. Goes across to Armstrong. Armstrong spears back to Jacko Sheringham. Takes the mark. Just hang possession. Name of the game at the minute is 30 minutes. Just tick over. Goes back to Armstrong. Trying to set something up here. He's got Big Symes there. He ignores him. Decides to put his teammate under pressure. But it's Jai Thompson. He can handle it. Little spearing kick into the guts of the ground. Condi. He's been really good. He's got one out wide at the other side. It's Luke Delaney. Takes the mark, centre wing. Gives it across to Learson. Learson on the run. Puts it into the pocket to the leading Close. Takes the diving mark, I reckon.
Yeah, it was a terrific mark in front of Ongarello. He wears his opposition like a glove, Onga. So to just get that metre on him is a really good effort. Close has already kicked a couple of goals this afternoon. And he's up against the boundary line. In fact, he's almost in Tier 3. He's that far over the line at the moment. And this had hurt the MPNFL. It's 26 right now. He gains some meterage inside the line and then has a shot for goal. It's a bit skinny though. Through for a behind and at three-quarter time here at the MCG. It's the number 1 ranked side in the state, Geelong Football League, leading 14 goals, 4-88 to Mornington. 8 goals, 13-61. That minute went 31 minutes. You're listening to RPP FM, the voice of country football.
Give me a spell. Precious bastards they are. 21 scoring shots Geelong have had.
MPNFL have had?
22.
Geelong's 18. Yeah, 18
Yep.
to 21.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a funny quarter. Both teams asked a few questions, and you mentioned it in the call, Vossi, that the final 10 to 15 minutes were huge for both sides because Mornington were laying down a couple of gauntlets. It looked like they were coming after probably the first 10 minutes of that quarter. It looked like it was Geelong going to run away with it, and then they had the ascendancy, Mornington, but then Geelong, Davenport's goal on that forward flank from the captain, that was a huge moment because that really set the ledger for the final 10 minutes where they really controlled the play and got the game back on their turn.
Geelong relaxed a little bit with knowing they had one extra.
Possibly, but I thought I didn't think they got their matchups right down back. Geelong, I don't think they utilised the one extra too well. They had Luke Delaney for a long period playing loose, and he's not a man you want playing key back, but they eventually fixed that up. They had Jackson Sheringham went back, did a pretty good job on Shane McDonough, who was superb in that third term. Just some quick possession getters. Rob Condy leading on the ground for both teams with 21. Campbell Floyd quieter in that third term, just the 5 disposals. He still had 19. Jason Davenport 16, and only the 2 goals for the Geelong captain. Jai Thompson's had 15. Jackson Sheringham just the 13 playing in defence. Chris Morland with 11. Tim Sheringham with 11, and Kane Learson was superb with 8 touches in the third term.
Lockie Kelly, you're down on the boundary line at three-quarter time. Listen to the MPNFL, what they have to say quickly.
I mean, obvious message was roll the dice. Take the game on, enjoy the moment. You're the best 22 out there, and make sure you believe that.
So, the MPNFL, one last-ditch effort, or can Geelong just respond like they have all afternoon? And this bloke's been a predator for the MPNFL. That was Davenport. He gave the footy off. Cameron Delaney got himself into a bit of trouble, but the tackling pressure's been terrific. Ben Dobson was wonderful on that occasion. The MPNFL come out with the footy though. Warwick Miller, little give, needs some support. The big fella Jones bends down, couldn't pick it up. Flicked out the back there, Tim Sheringham.
Was a flick, wasn't it?
It was. It was ambitious. Almost came off. Tackling pressure good there from Luke Tapscott, and the umpire will come in and bounce.
Davenport, did you see him go down? Got one.
Yeah, just knocked off the footy.
Yep, didn't like it either. Got up in a fair bit of protest as the 218s go at it again. Jones wins it, knocks it down. I reckon that was Miller. Ball comes out wide. Now it's now Hallahan, has a bounce, sets his teammate up, or does he? Goes straight over Luke Delaney's head. Now Nathan Peoples in the centre of the ground. Little chip to Moreland. Takes the mark. He's got one loose. He's got the little fella. He's ignored him in McLaughlin. And then he goes wide, looking for Delaney. Fisted away from him. Brings the opponents in. Oh, Condy has done everything. Gets the ball. Gets it down as far as Matty McMahon, his Newtown teammate. Goes into the goal square. Going back. Oh, Davenport's trying to boot at it, but coming through and forcing it over the line is Johnson, the captain.
So, first blood to Geelong, albeit a point in the final quarter here at the MCG. 14-5-89, leading Mornington 8-13-61. Ricky Johnson looking there for Jones. Got one in the back. Umpire said nothing there. It allows Dobson left foot snap at goal behind. So again, Mornington Peninsula let off the hook early in this final quarter. Trailing by 29 points now. Byron Barry, little left foot chip around the boundary line. Finds his teammate there in Warwick Miller. Goes short again. Now they need to get it and go. And they do through Cosson, who has a bounce on the outer wings. Got something short. Bad option.
Yep.
Just handballed it to no one and hoped for the best. Byron Barry's got to try and mop up. Kicks the ball inside
one,
now.
though.
That's better. Jackson Casey played on.
Oh.
He's been asked by his coach to do that at three-quarter time. That's why he did it. Ball gets banged back into the wing position out of side. Byron Barry again to mop up through Warwick Miller, who goes in short. Geez, they're under pressure here, Miller. Followed up nicely though. Kicked it to the members' wing. Needs a mark. Finds Tapscott, who's familiar with this ground, playing at Melbourne. Lovely kick at Woodson. Took a lovely mark in front of his eyes. And he's got the footy at half forward for the MPNFL.
Here he goes. He's 55 out. Tries to find a teammate in the square. It's all defence. Floyd, a hold.
Yeah.
Yep.
The hold against Peoples.
It's Nick Corp who's got
Nick
the footy.
Corp, the relieving ruckman. Oh, a bit lucky to get that one, boys. But it's a free kick. It's the top of the goal square. 29
Interested
points.
to know where they plucked that one from.
He's not the greatest set shot, is Nick Corp. So
Not going to miss this,
would
surely.
much, like I said,
Don't be
he's
surprised, Milky.
He's got
is
one
not
straight.
The greatest set shot at goal is Nick Corp. He comes
Oh,
in,
my goodness me.
and I told you
Jeepers.
How
that
can
he's
you
not
miss that?
the greatest kick at goal on the set shot. Give him the footy, 55 on the run, from running from half back to 55 out. He'll dob it every time.
Every time, yeah.
But
Oh, dear.
not great. So Nick Corp adds to the points for Mornington, 8-14-62, Geelong 14-6-90, 4 minutes gone, final quarter.
Floyd comes out from fullback, finds his teammate in Haints. Haven't seen a lot of him. Spears the pass down the ground, finds Monaghan, who started like a house on fire. They're still in the defensive 50. Matty McMahon puts his hand up and says, kicking to me. Monaghan off a step, goes to the outer side. Big fly there. And it's a good mark taken by Big Jones, is it?
Been terrific, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has been good. On the wing, outer side. Decides to switch play the long way. Goes to his captain in Johnson. Marks it in the defensive arc. Comes to the commentary side with a kick onto Ongarello, who's been pretty good for you blokes as well. He's taken it to half-back. What's he going to do? Goes a little poke into the goal square, into the centre square, and finds Hallahan.
So Hallahan goes short again. Maintaining possession. Luke Tapscott's got it. He's got one out wide on the outer wing. Decides to go straight down the line. Edwards sets himself. Should take the mark.
Good
Does. He had some meterage on his opponent there. Got a clean jump at the foot. He hasn't had many opportunities like that this afternoon against Nathan Peoples. And he takes the mark. And he's a prodigious kick of the footy, Aaron.
Well, he actually didn't have an opponent then, Toey. Luke Delaney dropped right off. He went back to the goal mouth, expecting a kick to go longer still to the goal square, but Edwards in the right spot, ended up pretty much unmarked.
10 minutes of Aaron Edwards' magic and the MPNFL are still a chance here, boys.
So Aaron Edwards didn't get his full meterage coming in for goal. The ball stays in play. Almost got his head ripped off down there.
Played
The
it.
MPNFL player, I think it's Paul Minchington. And he's also a chance from that angle.
You're back in from here, lads. You're back in here.
Yep, I agree.
This is a big
Like,
momentum shifter. This could be a big momentum shifter.
Drop to the knees again. Must be something catching down there at Mornington.
right foot snap around the corner, a bit lean. And another behind. So 8-15-63. Geelong 14-6-90. 6 minutes gone, final quarter. So both interchanges still swinging the changes down there. There's plenty happening. It's a big ground. Legs will be getting weary. Geelong would love one just to ice it.
Peoples comes out to McMahon, who's been fantastic since he come on.
Yep.
Matty McMahon, bit of an up and under kick. Puts it out to the centre wing. Clears the pack. No one gets a hand on it. Or Garth, he missed it as well. Comes out the back to Hallahan. He goes into, sends Mornington into attack. Up they go, big spoil on that occasion by Riley Hall. Only goes as far as McLeod. He's wrapped up in a tackle though. Umbar says, give it to me, we'll have a ball up right on the 50.
And there's another significant difference between both sides today. Geelong have
Yeah.
laid their tackles and they've made them stick.
And that's your captain, pushed up from half forward,
Yeah.
big tackle in the defensive half.
So Jones, he went for the tap, couldn't get it. Fresh aired it. Good play then by McMahon. Little handball give to Riley Hall. Armstrong wrapped up. He only wanted one thing, Armstrong, then, and that was to bring the footy to the ground, and he succeeded in his objective to do so. So ball up again. Jones and Hall. Miller went without it. Got his head ripped off then, and then
Twice.
got one. And Haints, unlucky not to get a 50-metre penalty there awarded to him. Members side of the ground. Half back, Geelong, been doing this all day, just chipping it around, maintaining possession, edging their way forward.
The skipper's led by example today, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Davenport.
He's been terrific.
Yep.
2 goals and 18 touches.
Fantastic. At half back, goes one way, then the other. Then decides to go straight down the line looking for Cameron Delaney. The defenders muck it up here. Comes
again.
across to Dobson. He got no one, so he puts it out into open space, hoping for a foot race. He's got one. Oh, it's on the run goes Thompson. Jai Thompson, what can he do? I reckon that was a try.
Yeah.
He's just got it over the line.
He's landed on the pill too, so
Good contest. Good for race between him and I think that was Bo Cosson running back
yeah,
to the
it
goal
was.
mouth. Really good contest.
MPNFL have just been silly all day, haven't they? They've flown up with every single man, and Geelong have just been smart, stayed down, and they're having those runners on the
look
outside
out.
and linking up.
Correct, you're right, Lockie.
Jeepers.
Sam Dobson takes an uncontested mark. He took it in between 4 MPNFL players.
Poor kick coming out.
It was 2 goals he's kicked this afternoon. He was too far
There you
out,
go.
so he thought he'd just spot somebody up inside, and it's Jackson Sheringham.
Got your haircut.
Looks sensational. He just needs to. I'm not sure about.
He's got a little bit more than Towie, I think.
No, I could do.
He's hanging on to it.
I could do that. That's right, Lockie. He's just. It's
Hey,
just time to get.
Lockie,
the,
better be
big
careful,
tour.
like father, like son. Don't worry about that.
Not a chance, mate. Beautiful to the head.
He's got my share as Sheringham. Could become the 10th goal kicker this afternoon for Geelong. Started
Oh,
at left,
got it.
wanted it to
Beautiful.
work right, and it stayed left. So another behind for Geelong. So a plethora of behinds in this final quarter. We've played 9 minutes. Geelong 14-8-92. Mornington 8-15-63.
Just need to go a bit quicker, Mornington, now. They've got nothing to lose. You'd rather get opened up and beaten by a fair bit having a go rather than just playing conservative and going sideways like this. They've got to link up with some handball out of the back half.
So it's Johnson's gone to Barry, is that right? In the back pocket.
Spot on.
Goes wide, finds his mate. Was that the Bongetti who's come back on, or is that
True.
Jones?
True. Bongo.
Bongo. Ball then his way is turned over, goes to Learson, who's been really good. The skipper goes to his colleague teammate in Floyd. How many times has that happened today?
Yep.
Floyd, in turn, goes down deeper in defence to Nathan Peoples. They're setting something up here, Geelong, who goes back to where it came from, out wide, and it's taken by Condi, who has just knocked up getting possessions.
23 touches, Milky.
So
Then-
goes in short to Armstrong. Finds him at half-back. Had a good second half, Armstrong. Goes in short. They're just picking out players everywhere here. It's like a game of chests. And they're just gazumping at the moment. Geelong comes out wide. Riley Hall's found some space. LaFontaine needed to do better there. So Hall just turns him inside out. Goes short. Sutton with the fist. Couldn't get it. Good play by Jai Thompson's been pretty good today as well. Needs some support. Get one in the back. Umpire said nothing there. Tim Sheringham gets besieged upon. The umpire lets it go a little too long. And eventually, in the middle of the ground here at the MCG, the umpire will bounce with Geelong leading 92-63.
10.5 minutes gone in this last quarter. I reckon that Johnny Walker Blue is going to taste beautiful as the ball's not clear. Jai Thompson leads in the race, gets it over to the skipper in Davenport, looking for an option. Turns, goes wide, looking for Garth. Can he take it? No, he can't, but he keeps the ball in front of him. He's dispossessed. Ball comes out to Johnson at ground level. Geelong is still in this. Dobson, but it's in the way there is Potts. Ball comes out. Good work here. Comes back to Johnson. The skipper goes wide. Has he got a teammate? Oh, Sheringham. Tim takes a great mark and goes in to his co-captain in Jason Davenport.
So Davenport's got the ball at half forward for Geelong. They haven't rushed a kick all day, Geelong. Goes to the top of the square. Dobson takes the mark.
Just great use there. Great use of the body.
Sam Dobson had 2 to beat, and he just leant on his opponent and took a lovely mark on the chest. And this to boot number 3.
And this will absolutely ice the game, boys. If it was
Yeah.
like 11 minutes without a goal, it was in Geelong's favour anyhow. But I didn't say it was a full bottle, Milky.
And he did, when the MPNFL did come back at the MPNFL, Milky did say, and we've
Yes,
got it on
backed
record,
out of it.
that he backed out and said, I don't pay my debts. So right back at you as Dobson goes, bang, kicks the goal. Goal number 15 for Geelong. 15-8-98, Mornington 8-15-63. That's Dobson's third. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. So they're doing it beautifully at the moment, Geelong. They've had all the answers all afternoon. And Mornington Peninsula, they've threatened on a couple of occasions, but just haven't been able to get close enough.
We'll have to start thinking about who's going to get close to being best on ground. If we can actually get close enough to who wins it.
Sam Dobbs has been very good.
He
3
has.
goals.
He has.
A lot of
His skipper's
conjecture
been
about
all
him
right too.
midweek.
He's kicked a couple of goals as well.
McMahon out of the guts, sends Geelong into attack again. That man Dobson's at the bottom of it. It's Ben on that occasion. Comes out. Oh, good work here by the defenders from Mornington. Wrapped up in a tackle though. Is that the skipper in Johnson? I think it might be. At the top of the arc, and we'll have a ball up. 13 gone here in this last quarter. Ball comes out to Tapscott. Tapscott across to his mate in Potts. Potts bouncing ball on the outer side. Marcus Thompson, he keeps in front of him but sees it over the boundary line. Have a throw in, outer side. 98 plays 63, 13 gone in this last quarter. We are the champions.
Gee whiz.
Jeez.
Don't give up your day job, Milton.
No. Can you turn him off? Lossie, you got the control up there. As the ball is going to come back into play. Jeez, he threw it 20 metres to the favour of the Mornington Peninsula end. We'll take anything we can get, I tell you what, as Tapscott grabs the ball, kicks it towards half forward. Corp couldn't take the mark, bounced off his chest. They get back in numbers again. Floyd being cool under pressure, the 19-year-old all afternoon, and there he is, the skipper again. Davenport took one below his knees. Floyd wants it back. He's got to be in contention for the 3 votes today. The bloke with the ball in his hands right in it as well. And he goes along the wing position here at the MCG. Pack flies. Warwick Miller couldn't take the mark. For the ball, they got the numbers. Handball came out from Tim Sheringham to no one. Warwick Miller, left foot, kicks it up. Mornington Peninsula players look at each other. Bounces off the chest of Minchington. In there is Jackson Sheringham laying a big tackle down there, and the umpire eventually says, give it to me. And Joel Miller obliges. So the ball's on the members' wing. 14 and a half gone. 98 plays 63. Lockie, what's happening at ground level?
Look, there's a lot of dropped shoulders, dropped heads, boys. They're still going, but I mean, yeah, the boys are coming off not looking too happy.
So that's from a Mornington Peninsula perspective. I'm
what
sure
about Geelong? Get over to the Geelong bench. Spend some time with the winners. Have a look at it. The ball comes through. Matty McMahon tries to crash his way through. Loves that stuff. Tough and hard. Ball up right in front of us.
He's the cocky, the Geelong.
So get over. Lockie, get over near the winners. See what it tastes like.
Don't bother. He's just flicked you the bird too. Nice work. As the ball comes out from Jones. Jones handballs it to no one in particular, so that allows Ryan Monaghan. Good smother there from Sam Gill. Got himself into trouble. Monaghan's second effort was sensational. Again, a little difference between these two sides today. And the ball's wrapped up in the middle of the ground. With 15 and a half gone, Geelong are home, 98. They will maintain their position as the number 1 side in football in Victoria. Not just country footy anymore. We're talking football in this state, and arguably the best team or the best league in the entire country, as Armstrong couldn't get it. Jackson Casey's been pretty good today. Little kick inside was nice. Came there from O'Hanlon. Ball spills out to Potts, goes to the top of the square. Floyd's got his name written all over it. Punched away though. And the ball goes over the line and through for a minor score. 8-16-64 Mornington. Geelong 15-8, 98, 16 gone.
Ball finishes up with Davenport. Goes into the centre half back position where Matty McMahon takes the mark.
Brilliant second half, Matty McMahon.
Absolutely sensational. Put himself in contention here. McMahon looking. He decides to go back to Davenport, is it? No, it's Dobson. Outside, Ben Dobson, that is, comes back. Mornington pick off the footy. Oh, Barry goes to ground, but still picks off the handball. Gives it to his teammate there in Gill. Gill in turn gives it over to Miller. Miller into the pocket. Oh! McDonald almost takes it, but he doesn't. Learson dishes off McMahon. Oh, pinched the handball towards goal. Oh, it's a goal.
Oh.
They watched it.
They both watched it.
They both looked at each other and thought, who the hell is going to get this one and spoil it? And Cole Hutchison. That was a grubbing left foot kick, and he kicks the goal for the MPNFL, and he becomes the major contributor for the MPNFL with a couple of goals, and they move to 9-16-70. Geelong 15-8, 98. 28 points the difference, 17 minutes gone, final quarter.
Shouldn't have mentioned the Collingwood score.
No. They're in front now, aren't they?
The 47-39.
All a little bit too late, too little and too late for the MPNFL. They're 5 goals behind, only 1 goal each in this last quarter for both sides. Not going to be a long quarter, but they're just too good, Geelong, today.
Yeah, they are. And it was Jones who won the tap out, but Geelong sharked it again. And they come out towards the members' wing. Condi's got a paddock. Got plenty of time, goes to the pretty boot boy in Monaghan.
Gee, the Kelly boys don't like Moreland, do they?
No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with Moreland, the player. It's just
your boy doesn't like him.
Not too wrapped with the boots as he goes to the top of the square. 2-on-1, couldn't take the mark.
Oh,
but there's ground level.
Davenport stole it off him.
And there it is. There's the 3-vote getter for mine right there. Icing on the cake and a fitting captain's goal with the left foot for number 3 for the afternoon. 18 gone.
And I'll tell you about Moreland, Milky. He's either colourblind or he fancies himself a bit. One of the two, maybe a combination of both. But
I think it's the latter. In fact, I'm sure it's the
I
latter.
know it's the latter.
The Geelong boys are turning on him. as
Yeah,
well.
no, he's all right.
It's
He's all right.
universal. 34 points the difference, and he just pickpocketed him.
He just sharked it.
Did,
just
yep.
stuck
The hand up and it
stuck
stuck.
a right arm,
Yep.
arm out, and on all finish. He's been superb today, Toey.
Back in the guts, 18 minutes gone. Margin get this game's certainly over. It's trying to crash his way through there. The Mornington boy in McLeod. And the umpire says, give it to me, we're going to go through it all again. So up they go again. This time it was Delaney that tried to go up against Jones. Jones applies the tackle on his opponent there in Dobson, and we'll go through it all again.
Got to ask a question, Milky, where does it come from? Milkman once upon a time?
No, mate, we can't go there.
We can't go there.
No, we can't go there.
Not a Kahlua and Milkman?
No, none of that stuff.
None of that
No.
stuff? It's not the pasty skin?
No, that's part of it, but no.
So the ball is in the centre. He's going red. It's the first time we've seen him embarrassed all afternoon. Those listening know exactly probably why he got Milky. And he ain't going to share it on air as the ball spills out to Potts. Goes in short. Up there towards... There's a bit of a chant going down here too. I think the Geelong boys are starting to... well, I was going to say...
The Dramana boys come from Gorello.
Oh, are they? And I'm not sure what happened there. They tried to get the advantage, but the ball's going to be brought back to LaFontaine. He's been pretty good, the kid.
Yep.
19 years old, or 18 years old, youngest player out there for the MPNFL. And I'd argue probably the youngest player out there at all is an 18-year-old.
Yeah, yep.
Who goes for
Whoa,
goal.
I reckon
He's
he's
on
home.
the Collingwood list.
Good work.
Good fitting effort there by Matty LaFontaine. Kicks his second goal for the afternoon as well, and the crowd like it. 10-16-76, Geelong 16-8, 104. 28 points the difference, 20 minutes gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. So Cameron Delaney now in the ruck. Spent some time there this afternoon up against Big Jones. No one got a decisive tap out. The don't argue then came from Ben Dobson, and he did. He did. Just flicked out the pointy end. The umpire singling exactly that now.
You speak of the hitouts, Toey. A huge differential in the first quarter. It was 21-11 Mornington's way in the first half, but in this second half, Symes has reversed it. It's now 23-14.
Yeah, good effort. Symes has been good today as McDonald head over the footy trying to barge his way out. Geelong's defence has been watertight though. And they lock the ball in 20 metres out directly in front of the MPNFL goal. They trail by 28 points. We've played 20 minutes final term.
Up they go again. This time Mr. Delaney wins it, knocks it down. Gee, it's hot in the kitchen there at the top of the goal square. Trying to crash his way through was Miller.
Got a free
Umpire
kick
says...
too.
No, he's paid it against him. Interesting.
Pryor.
Yeah, Pryor. Kick to Dobson. Dobson at the last line.
Another contender.
Yes,
Milky.
absolutely. Dobsons have been really good, the brothers. He goes into Armstrong, who's hiding in the shadows over there. He little chip kick over the top, goes to his teammate there. Stop that. Goes to Condi. Condi switches play. Comes back to Floyd, who's had plenty of it. He's been the go-to when they want to switch it, hasn't he?
22 touches.
Armstrong, little chip over the top. Goes to Riley Hall. I reckon every backman for Geelong has been fantastic. Over the top he goes to Dobson. Dobson again. This time it's to Learson, who has had a really good afternoon. Has a bounce, or should have. Then a little spearing kick, funny pick kick to his captain. Then gets a handball, but he's dispossessed, and the ball is turned over to Mornington.
So they've got the ball now. He's on Gorello, the crowd favourite here. The old 1-2 goes to the centre of the ground. Needed to be a good kick, and it was. Finds Bo Cosson, 50-metre penalty.
Got Fitty.
Sucked his opponent in there. And that was Jai Thompson. And Jai still arguing with the umpire, but
and he will.
No point. But Bo Cosson's a goal kicker as well, and he's every chance to kick the goal from about 40 metres out. And this will reduce the margin to 22 points. So Bo Cosson hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon for the MPNFL. 23 minutes gone. Mornington 10-16-76. Geelong 16-8, 104. The umpire with a little bit of work to do hits the woodwork. Another behind for the MPNFL, and that's been one of the stories of the day, just not taking their chances when they had every opportunity as Borland takes the mark.
How quick have they been out of defence from the kick out?
Yeah.
Oh, as the ball comes over, it's been coughed up, trying to crash his way through. It's Tapscott at the bottom of the pack. He's wrapped up in a tackle. But I reckon that was Casey, was it, that tried to crash his way through?
No, you were right. It was Tapscott.
Yep. Ball up, right on the paint of 50. There it's Symes this time, goes to ground, does Delaney. Oh, Matty McMahon, just a clever kick off the ground, but it's picked off on this occasion by Hendry. His hands were, oh, gee, he's just gone in the head. Kel, you've just dropped your hands in your head. The ball comes out the back to Potts. Umpire blows the whistle, free kick.
And it'll go to Dale Sutton, outer wing position for the MPNFL. He's got Warwick Miller, who's got some space. Hallahan's in the middle of the ground as well. He's not looking sideways though now, Sutton. Now he does. James Hallahan's been pretty good today. Opens it up. Little short kick inside. Set on the head of Corp, 1-2. So if Nick Corp wants to kick this goal, what we need him to do is to run to the centre of the ground and start his movement from there.
He'd probably barrel this, toe. He'd probably put it up in the second deck of the stand, perfectly honest. That one he missed earlier, that was a shocker.
He has kicked a goal this afternoon.
That was from right on the goal line, no, truth be honest.
It was. Moreland stands the mark. He'll kick from about 47. Comes in now. Nick Corp sends it
Straight
long
through.
and strong.
Don't know what you're worried about, you bloke.
It's a
Straight
stupid
through the
game,
middle of the
football.
11-17-83, the MPNFL. Trailing Geelong 16-8, 104. 24 and a half minutes gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. Back in the centre of the ground, the Geelong Footy League are going to win this title fight. 104-83. They lead by 21. 25 minutes gone. Ball spills out towards Casey. Got one a little high from Floyd. Umpire said nothing in that one. Ball eventually comes out now to Warwick Miller. Left foot chip along the line. Bounces off the chest. I reckon I've called that a fair bit today when it comes to the MPNFL. Just haven't been able to let things stick. And the umpire will throw the ball back into play. Locke, you got something down there?
No, nothing, boys. All good.
Yeah. Like I said, get over to the winners, mate. You might enjoy it over there. Smell of victory. It's a wonderful sensation. Over the top goes Corp. Flips it down at ground level on hands and knees. So I reckon it was Symes, the ruckman. Goes across to Learson. A really good kick to Condi, he's in the top three. He's got to be looking at votes somewhere.
26 touches, Milky.
Oh, Condi goes to the outer side. Looking for Tim Sheringham. Puts one hand at it. Should have gone two, Timmy. And the ball tumbles over the boundary line.
It went from 3 votes to 2 votes then with that kick, boys. Going to be looking for mistakes from the Geelong players now so you can clearly understand who the best player on the ground is, because you've had plenty of them this afternoon. It's been a little easier to find the best players for Mornington. 11-17-83. Mornington trailing Geelong 16-8, 104, 26 and a half gone. Working his way through. There's Jackson Casey, been pretty good. Kicks the ball to the centre of ground. This one's been their best. Hallahan, he's got 3 to beat, and he's just about to do it. Holds the player up there. Great play, Hallahan. Wrapped up Jai Thompson.
Hold his head high, Hallahan.
He can. In the true middle of the ground here at the MCG. We've been privileged today, gentlemen, to be calling footy from here.
Absolutely. Nearly 27 gone. Good work there from Corp. Knocks it down, but it's Armstrong. Takes the at half back. Spots one in Delaney. Luke takes it at half back. He's got Jacko Sheringham. He's ignored him. Coming back, he's got Matty McMahon in the centre corridor. Takes the mark. Looking to set something up. He's told to go wider. Out to Riley Hall. Oh, he drops it, Riley Hall.
They've done this really well, Mookie.
Yep.
They've spread play from the back half really well. All very good kicks coming out of the back half. The 7 or 8 defenders that have a roll through there are all very composed by foot.
Luke Delaney goes back to him. The mark's taken by Dobson. That's Ben. He's at half back. They're just using the footy now. He's gone straight up looking for Tim Sheringham. He will not drop it. Takes the mark. Centre wing, outer side. 104 plays 83. Tim Sheringham looks for a teammate to give it to. He puts it out in front of Sam Dobson, but he's dispossessed. Good work there by Hendry. Ball goes off to Tapscott. He ducks the tackle. Well done. Mongrels it into the goals. The forward 50. There's a foot race on. Moreland will win it, and he'll relieve for Geelong.
And it was just a ridiculous kick there by Tapscott, just unleashed from 100 metres out and to Geelong's three
Got one in the
defenders
middle.
as Riley Hall just kicks it to the 50 zone. And Jai Thompson gave it to Matty McMahon, who's got another one short, and they've been doing this all afternoon. Tim Sheringham, wider, goes to
His
Sheringham.
brother.
He does, kicks it inside 50
Oh.
now. Here's Dobson, as easy as you like.
Look at Campbell Floyd just weaseling his way to the forward pocket from the back half.
And there's the siren.
That's a siren.
And Sam Dobson's kicked 3 goals this afternoon has been sensational. And you just question how that Geelong Football League can possess the football for so long in the back half, and then when they do move it forward and Mornington don't have the matchups in the forward line, and Sam Dobson takes an uncontested mark. Deserves to have the final kick at goal in this game, does Sam Dobson, and he's hit the timber. But it doesn't matter because the Geelong Football League remain the number 1 in Victorian football. 16-9-105 have defeated Mornington 11-17-83. We'll go to a break and we'll be back with a full-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. Yeah, I think it is. We've got all the stars here on RPPFM, and if you just joined us, not a one-sided affair, but it's been a dominant performance from the Geelong Football League. They've won 16-9-105 to the MPNFL 11-17-83. It was the WorkSafe Country Championships League 1 versus League V2, and it was the Geelong Football Club who maintained their position as the best country football, or the best football league in the state, and as I said, arguably the country. And the margin was 21 points at quarter time in favour of Geelong, 5-1, 31-1, 4-10. Still 21 points at half time. They blew it out to 27 at three-quarter time, and the MPNFL were able to work their way back a little in the final term, and the eventual margin was 22 points. 16-9-105 to 11-17-83. Jason Davenport and Sam Dobson each kicked 3 goals for the Geelong Football League. Cameron Delaney kicked a couple, as did Simon Close. One each to McLaughlin, Haints, Monaghan, Close, Moreland and Thompson. And for the MPNFL, Nick Corp kicked a couple, as did Matt LaFontaine and Kyle Hutchison. One each to Miller, Minchington, McDonald and Tapscott. Boys, it was all Geelong all afternoon. They had all the answers for the entirety.
The one stat that tells a story, or tells a bit of a story in terms of 58 inside 50s to 51 in favour of Geelong. Doesn't seem a lot, but Geelong were equal when they went forward. They were just very, very good. You boys have been raving about Davenport's game. Well, I'm going to say as far as the Geelong League is concerned, very, very three quarters of football, Josh, but maybe that second quarter was just a little bit down.
No, he was part of the brigade that was strong out of the back half. Kane Leeson, they've got good contributors, especially Milky mentioned it during the call. Their back six, it's probably more than a back six really. They probably have 7 or 8 players who roll through there. I thought they were all very good. Aaron Edwards wasn't an influence on the game, neither was Bonghetti. The other one that really caused him some trouble was McDonald, but Marcus Thompson I thought did a reasonable job through the second half. Once it looked like he was going to be an issue for Geelong. Votes-wise, it's hard to look past Jason Davenport. It's a good occasion for him because he's a guy, his local club, North Shore, have only won it was 9 games between 2009 to 14. He's been there since 2012, so for him to come into this sort of scene where he's battling each week to keep his head held high, and so for him to come out and play the way he has 2 years in a row, but especially today, is really good. So he can probably get my best on, but Condi was very good. Rob Condi, 26 touches. Davenport had 23 and 2 goals. I thought Ben Dobson also was very, very good for the Geelong side.
Both the Dobsons were great, I thought.
Milky and Josh, next year for the Geelong Footy League, obviously it's another rematch with Eastern.
Yep.
Sounds like it. Yep.
It's going to be here at the MCG. It's going to become it's going to be the home ground for the Geelong Football League soon enough. The MCG.
Well, it should just play here automatically.
Yeah.
And they should open up a commentary box just for us for the special day. Buzz, because as you know, by us being the number one,
I was waiting.
number one team in
this.
Victoria, that in turn means we are the number one commentary team in Victoria.
Wouldn't have thought so. Just playing second fiddle to us this afternoon. Michael Voss, better players for the MPNFL. Who jumps on the bus tonight and holds their head high?
Well, I think Hallahan, and I think you touched on Casey as well. To be perfectly honest, look, Shane McDonald, middle part of the game was all right. There wasn't a lot.
Had his moments, didn't he?
There wasn't a lot there. It was just, to be perfectly honest, it was a disappointing day. I just wasted too many opportunities. You look at it, and it's 3 more scoring shots, but like I said, Geelong were just too good when it counted. They kicked the goal when it counted.
These officials,
and they answered absolutely every call that the MPNFL asked of them.
Sorry to interrupt, but these officials need shooting. The two
Milky?
Thompson boys wanted to go and get a photo with their dad on the fence, and the MCG bloke told them, no, get off.
Yeah, it's pretty ordinary stuff. This is
Give them their
grassroots
moment,
footy, and
for
this is what
goodness
it's
sake.
all about. And there's a bit of look at me about these blokes out
and
there.
look at the guy getting Tim Sheringham away from his kids, his own kids.
Jason Davenport just went to pick up his little baby daughter and wasn't allowed to bring her onto the field.
Yeah, pretty ordinary. It's very ordinary, in fact, but it's been all Geelong today. Milky, it's been fantastic to have you
There's a bit
in
there,
here
though,
today.
for you blokes. There's a bit there. Look, you've
Yeah, but
got a
they
bit of
didn't come over
homework
with
to
the
do.
chocolates.
We've
We've been doing homework since January, Milky.
I thought you felt we were left behind a little bit in the league department.
Yeah.
I thought that perhaps if you could have brought a bit of pace, I think that's something in future encounters. We've just over the journey in interleague. The experience has been sides seem to get the job done. You can't go all speed,
and especially going from ground. You have to play on small, or definitely smaller grounds than this, but and quite often they're very narrow pockets on all local grounds. This is a very wide, expansive ground. As you know, that's why we were so surprised with Jared Gar's selection for Geelong. He's not a great mover. Patrols from the goal mouth to 20, 30 out. So certainly a bit more polished. I think Geelong as well. I thought by foot, particularly out of the back half. Kane Learson and Rob Condi never make a mistake by foot. We don't keep disposal efficiency stats, but certainly those two really make a mistake. Same with Campbell Floyd. All very composed under pressure, but certainly Mornington had their moments, especially in that third quarter. Before Davenport kicked that goal on the half-forward flank, they were right in that game, but I think that subconsciously or otherwise probably put the game to bed right there.
Whilst you guys, I should say, have a match against Eastern next year, we have a rematch against Northern by the sound of it. So,
sounds like it.
which is
Don't
3
like
versus 4 next year.
Are we just going to continue to go backwards and forwards?
Yeah, well, that's probably something I've got to think about.
Yeah, they need to.
So if we had to quickly had to pick a medalist, Because they're obviously not going to announce it till the presentation.
Rob Condy for mine.
Yeah.
I'd have Davenport.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah,
thought
I
he
was
was
going
outstanding.
Davenport as well. But
Rob Condy was very good.
We all know Matty McMahon. What sort of three and a bit quarters there?
I didn't keep his stats, unfortunately, Milky, but just quickly I'll run through them. Davenport, I mentioned, 23 and 2 goals. Jai Thompson, 18 disposals. Campbell Floyd, very busy first half, 14. Only finished with 22, but he was very, very good. Jackson Sheringham had 16. Chris Morland had 15. Tony Armstrong had a good second half, only 8 in the first, finished with 20. Rob Condy was superb throughout with 26 disposals. Tim Sheringham with 14, and Kane Learson 12 touches in the second half.
I reckon Tony Armstrong and Kyle Hutchison could get together and maybe do a bit of a moustache styling business for hats. I think they
some wax to it.
I think they'd make a bit of money out of that. Now, Tully, the best MPNFL player, Hallahan for our boys.
Yeah, I think so. Special mention to Rongarello and Miller, both defenders. They're under pressure all day, and I thought they stood up pretty well. Matty LaFontaine was also very good, the youngest player out in the park today, and he can walk off with his head held very, very high. But for mine, yeah, James Hallahan, it was a terrific performance by him today.
Just watching your boys now look at the Essendon players warm up. They're all got the bird's eye position there. Just watching the Essendon boys have a shot for goal. They all seem to be enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, it's a special privilege, and I think regardless of the fact that they've been honoured to be able to play on the MCG for a couple of hours, you just want to keep soaking it
Absolutely.
in, don't
you? You'd have to be pushing me off the gates. Tomorrow I'll still be in this commentary box. Don't worry about that.
And they're showing the highlights up on the big screen as well, which is terrific as well. It's been a wonderful spectacle today, and it's been fantastic, Milky, to have you on board, and also, Josh, your special comments have been sensational today as well. It's been great to share the commentary box with you guys.
Thank you very much for having us.
Vossi, happy birthday, mate. I don't think if anyone could say what would you like for your birthday, Vossi, today, and somebody said, well, we can give you a commentary position at the MCG, I reckon that would have been a birthday wish.
Oh, look, it's been a great day, and look, unfortunately the Sharks weren't good enough, but congratulations to the Geelong Footy League. They were the better side and have proven why they're the toughest nut to crack in country football.
Absolutely, and good work, Lockie Kelly down the boundary line today. We had some technical issues for him, but he hung in strong and got the job done. Steve, wonderful work by you. Our producer today did an enormous job. Had not much time to pull it together, but did it very, very well. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast today. We've certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. It's been sensational, but unfortunately for the MPNFL, it was Geelong's day. 16,905 have defeated Mornington 11-17-83. Thanks for your company this afternoon.
We are the champions, my friend.
Bugger off, Milky. You're listening to RPP, the voice of country football. Does that mean we can just walk around without media passes on there, can't we?